That's another one using woke in the place of the N word. He could have said they are unhealthy, overweight, or obese. No, this is a part of woke culture, which is you know, how do I put this? How do I put this? Praising shit that shouldn't be praised is what I call wokeness. When you praise obesity and body, I don't want to say body shaming because wanting somebody to be healthy shouldn't be shamed. So I'm not gonna use the word body shaming right now. What the fuck somebody got going on?
Muslims are even starting to ask, why did this happen to us? We have the messenger of Allah with us. What are you doing?
Catch up on this shit.
I get up in the morning and look at Jill and say, where the hell are we?
And now it is my honor to please welcome my husband, the President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Happy Easter!
So far, so good.
For the United States of America. And there's nothing beyond our capacity. God bless you all. Enjoy the day. And I'm coming down to do that Easter egg roll in just a minute. Thank you all so very, very much. Thanks, everybody. And by the way, say hello to oyster bunnies. Come on up, bunnies. Get up here so they can see you. Come on, get in there.
Yo, this shit is so cringe. Like, this dude could barely speak a fucking sentence, and he's the president of the United States. What a fucking shame. Truly, man, what a fucking shame. How disgraceful.
Pretty big bunny, huh?
What did he just say?
And by the way, say hello to oyster bunnies. Come on up, bunnies. Get up here so they can see you. Come on, get in there. And by the way, say hello to oyster bunnies. Come on up, bunnies.
Hi, kids. Would you like some oysters?
What the hell is going on?
Stranger danger.
They don't like you. I don't like you.
I don't care. I'm here for the girl.
The girl don't like you. Nobody likes you.
Where's your daddy and your mommy, right? Do you want to go back? Do you want to go back to them, or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump.
What are your favorite memories about this place?
Our kids jumping in bed with us, our grandkids, when they're down here. Just sneaking up and jumping in bed with us. That's my favorite.
What the fuck is this dude talking about, bruh?
And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
Nah, fam. Nah, fam. Nah, fam. Hell no. Joe Biden tripping like a motherfucker, boy. Diddy was FBI asset who compromised Hollywood weirdos with kids. Ooh. Ooh, nasty work.
As Primetime reported yesterday, the Fed seized all of Diddy's surveillance footage, in addition to hard drives and phones. They want to know who was in and out of Diddy's planes and his homes. As Lil Rod's lawsuit alleges, they weren't just up-and-coming artists. These were celebrities, politicians, athletes, international dignitaries, and music label executives, all captured on camera in Diddy's compounds. CEOs from Universal Records to Motown Records allegedly sponsored these parties filled with sex workers, underage girls, and laced drinks.
Damn.
He is about the Benjamin, as we see. Oh, yes, he's glittering. He's glittering.
To the no.
That's crazy.
Mike Tyson knew Diddy was trying to diddle
crazy.
Mike Tyson, and he wasn't having it. Apparently, Mike Tyson wasn't the only person that was under the gay ops. Take a look at this. This is Green Frogs, or Green Lives Matter. Sorry, brother.
Man, he said the gay ops.
Green Lives Matter. And apparently, one of the bodyguards, one of the security of P. Diddler over here, is telling everybody that, yeah, he was an FBI is asshole asset. Oh, no, he was an FBI is asshole asset. Well, this has all but been confirmed at this point that P. Diddy was the Black Epstein boys, the Rapstein of the West Coast, apparently. And again, all of those speculations and conspiracy theories that you guys were kicking around, again, surprise, they turned out to be true. While Diddy was allegedly an active federal informant while he was gay blackmailing politicians, celebrities, and musicians with cameras in every single room of his house. This is what everybody who understands that Epstein didn't commit suicide was saying, that this dude was throwing orgies in his fucking mansion, getting people drunk, getting people high, and bringing in underage prostitutes. I mean, this is fucking insane. This
not
is
surprising, though.
Not this situation.
Definitely not fucking surprising, man. You've seen it in some manner, like whether it was, from other people around him or just weird shit that was going on. Like, you've seen a little bit of what the hell this is about. I don't care who, the younger kids might not have, but 90s, 80s babies, man, you knew some of this shit was true when you first heard it.
Way should be an insane. That makes total fucking sense. There's a bunch of naive, normie, libtards walking around going, oh my God, the way you think this is Epstein Island, you think Democrats are out there engaging in underage sex orgies and then being blackmailed because they're compromised? Yeah, idiots. By the way, it's not just Democrats. It's all of these fucking weirdos. It's all of them. This is the ex-bodyguard, claims Diddy was an FBI informant. And he's saying that he saw the parties. He heard wild shit about after parties. He said Diddy would record some of this shit himself. Set people up. Yeah, that's how this world works. And so, no, I'm not surprised that P. Diddy is doing. That guy doesn't look like he's fucking talented. There's people far more talented than him. He's a billionaire? No, he's a protected entity. He's a protected asset.
Pretty much, man. What was the dude dancing and all that shit before? A backup dancer before all that? Then he just get to the top of everything. Shit is pretty weird, man.
Epstein's
and not only that, but everybody around him just fucking deteriorates. Everybody.
A fucking financial genius? You think that this dude is some sort of stonk extraordinaire? No, he was protected. He's protected. That's how he becomes a billionaire. This guy was protected. That's how he became a billionaire. And his job was to compromise a whole bunch of people on the West Coast. People who weren't going to go to Epstein Island. And people who don't want to go. People who don't own yachts. People who aren't invested in owning banks. Those are the type of people that would go to Epstein Island. Fucking royals would go to the Epstein Island. And then for basket hoop players, sports ball players, music industry fuckers, a whole bunch of weirdos. This was set up for them on that side. These are all over the place, I imagine, all over the place. So no, I'm not shocked by any of this. What I'm shocked about is something happened. Something happened. And now P. Diddy on the run. something happened and they decide to pull the plug on the fucking dude. That's what's interesting to me. See, Epstein was going to go on forever and ever and ever and ever until something happened and they're like, fuck, all right, damn it, you got caught again? when he got caught the first time, we could kind of just glass it over and move forward, but fuck, he got caught again? Shit. So then they put him into a jail. They put him on suicide watch, and then he still killed himself. Wow, that's weird how that works. And I'm wondering if the same thing's being... I mean, even Suge Knight said, he better watch out. They're going to kill him. He knows what's going on. Suge Knight knows exactly what's going on. He's sitting there going, oh, shit, something happened over here. And they burn in an asset. They don't set P. Diddy up to videotape a bunch of West Coast weirdos banging fucking small children. They don't protect him, set him up, get this whole thing up and running, protect him, and then go, oh, well, never mind. It's Wednesday. Let's burn him. No.
Hold on, this shit says Fed subpoena companies tied to Diddy? That's fucking insane. So Diddy been a federal informant this whole fucking time, man. Rat bastard.
Something happened. Something in the background happened. He recorded the wrong person. Maybe he deviated from the script. Maybe he got a little bit bold. I don't know. But this dude was like, holy shit, I'm out of here. The Fed said, okay, we're now allowed to investigate you. They raided all of his houses. They arrested his kids. He's fled. TMZ's telling everybody he's in Miami. He's in Miami. How come he's not arrested in Miami? How the shit did his kids get arrested on the West Coast, but he's allowed to walk around in Miami? Get the fuck out of here. I think he might have fled. Maybe he got a thumb drive with him, boys. Maybe he got a fucking old school. Maybe he got a fucking CD of information on him. And so I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. But that's the mainstream media press. That's the mainstream media press. Fox News is an asshole, but even they're saying, holy shit, he was throwing parties with underage sex workers so he could get individuals from the music industry, from the sports industry, from the movie industry, and put them in compromising situations and record them. And he was an FBI asset. So something's happening in the background where now, again, Epstein was an FBI asset. Ghislaine Maxwell, FBI asset. How do they get away with all of this and never get in fucking trouble? P. Diddy, an FBI asset. At what point do normies start going, why the shit is the FBI complicit with informants who are using underaged individuals to entrap people?
Because if anybody's seen the congressional hearings that's been going on for the last fucking 2 years, you would know that Homeland Security and FBI and all of them are complicit in the human and sex trafficking going on in this country. But the big concern is who the fuck is going to prosecute these people? Who's going to bring them to justice? I doubt any fucking body, because this country is corrupt to its core. So unless you get real leadership in here, what the fuck is going to be done about it? Nothing is going to be done. Only thing people are going to do is just write stories about it, talk about it. What the fuck is that doing? Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to prison.
FBI is asshole. FBI is running all of these. They use P. Diddy. They use Epstein. They use these other individuals that I'm not familiar with because I'm not engaging in anything. I don't leave my fucking house. There you go. Our own government sexually blackmails those who her or any influence, whether we accept this truth, cleansing in this country. The federal government is entrapping people and using P. Diddy. They're using Bill Gates. They're using Epstein. They're using these people. And then they protect them. That's how these people become billionaires. Very interesting. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. Sports Chat. We kept up to date on P. Diddy being an FBI is asshole agent over here. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.
Nasty work. Woke activists cry racism over lawsuit against George Floyd scholarship for black students only. Oh, that shit's still questionable with me because they have shit out here for like Jews only and shit like that. So, all that shit is gray area to me. I try not to even get in that shit. Diddy, the freakiest case in hip hop. 1090 Jake done did a video on Diddy. He got Meat Mills up there. Boy, Meat ruined his whole career behind that shit, man. Oh, Vivek. That ain't surprising, man. I don't even know how they acting like somebody really going for Trump VP. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know how that's going.
Give over in that. The Superman's insane. All right, so that's right. 2000. Look how much damage anybody's supposed to be able to go. They're checking IDs at a public meeting. This is insane.
Yeah, that's insane. BioWare that got destroyed.
But if you gotta like the real actual try
taste of this is so big.
It's a straight pouch, dog.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, daddy.
That's potent. What is that called again? What's up?
This is Black Buffalo, the straight pouches.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, is that tobacco?
No.
It's pretty good.
When the President of the United States goes out of his way on Easter Sunday to celebrate Transgender Day of Visibility, it doesn't sit well with a lot of people. You can tell just from the replies. The president got ratioed. Joe Biden got ratioed by end wokeness. No, we aren't doing this crap, Joe. Today is Easter, period, end ratio. And he absolutely did get ratioed. But Joe Biden was not the only one on Easter Sunday to make this all about Transgender Day of Visibility and to virtue signal, including in the gaming industry. BioWare decided to put out this tweet. Today is Transgender Day of Visibility. Trans people have always been a part of our worlds. We're proud to support them both within our games and in real life. It's an interesting statement. They've always been part of our worlds. I don't even know why we need a Transgender Day of Visibility. We know, we see you every fucking day. We hear about some insane fucking story. Don't worry, you don't need any more visibility. Trust me. And on one hand, maybe Joe Biden put that out there because he's so close with Michelle Obama. Maybe that hits close to home. But for BioWare to do this, with no mention of Easter the entire day, by the way, it did not sit well with a lot of people. We can go to their entire post history. No happy Easter, nothing like that. Only one celebration of Transgender Day of Visibility. This is coming on the heels of a firestorm in the gaming industry, with game developers getting raked over the coals by gamers who are tired of all the identity politics bullshit. And then you go and do something like this. And what do you know? I can't believe they turned off their replies. You're not very proud, I guess, to announce Transgender Day of Visibility. Why would you not allow people to comment on this? Right there, straight from the start, you know that they know they have fucked up. But we do have some quotes we can find when we go to post engagements because they got absolutely fucking destroyed on this. That's the reason why they didn't want to put that out there. Locked replies, they know, at 2.8 thousand from Jeremy. Here's Mark Kern. It's Easter, BioWare. Why are your replies locked? 11,000. Melanie Mack, can't say that one on YouTube, but 7,000 likes. Replies locked. The Leper's Bell announcing the cringe has been uttered from Dan Vask. That didn't ratio him. I wonder why they closed comments from the quartering. That ratioed them. Okay, but why locking the replies? That ratioed them from Cabrutus, right? Everybody is calling this out how they see it. This is bullshit. This is complete and utter bullshit from BioWare. The idea that they're celebrating a made-up holiday that's been made up in the past decade or so. Oh, while ignoring Easter Sunday. It would be one thing if you're going to fucking tweet out every single different thing on every holiday. Whatever. I think that's cringe and stupid, but okay. But for BioWare to completely ignore Easter, yet post about Trans Day of Visibility, this is so fucking cringe and disgusting and retarded. But I mean, this is not the first time we've seen EA own BioWare, virtue signal this hard over this kind of stuff. EA-owned BioWare declares Easter as Transgender Day of Visibility. BioWare, a video game production studio owned by EA, declared Easter Sunday as Transgender Day of Visibility. There you have it. This is not the first time that BioWare supported transgender ideology. This is back June 1st, so the first day of Pride Month 2022. BioWare supports trans rights, women's rights, and bodily autonomy. Diversity, equity, inclusion are a cornerstone for our studio and games. We don't consider these human rights up for debate. Gary McKay, BioWare General Manager. Our support is unwavering for our people. We're committed to expanding our benefits for U.S. employees and their eligible dependents. Our aim is to provide the care, support, and services for health and well-being of our people. Man, it's interesting. You guys turned off the replies for that, too. It's almost like every time you talk about how proud you are to support gays or trans or queers or whatever the fuck, like every time you do that, it seems like you lock the replies. I thought you were proud to do these things. I thought you're proud to say Happy Transgender Day of Visibility. I thought you're proud to support the gays in your company and all of this shit in the DEI. Yet every time you do it, you don't want people replying to you. Maybe because you know you'll get completely and utterly destroyed. Because, quite frankly, people are tired of these insane virtue signals. They're tired of companies who do not care about their values, who do not care about what matters to them, and only care about what matters to the activist within their company. That's how you end up with shit like this. You know what, BioWare?
Why the fuck are people not going to learn from Bud Light and all these other places who took crazy fucking L's? Most of the population is not like this. Most of transgender is the smallest fucking minority group in the world. And it's self-destructive behavior on top of that. So why cater to this little ass percentage of people over the whole rest of the world? Shit is disgusting, man. Are people not gonna learn? Who was that just lost 400 million recently from some woke shit? I think it was Planet Fitness. Just lost like 400 million market cap. Like, these people don't fucking learn, bro. Bud Light is the poster child for this type of shit. Please do not follow their footsteps if you want to have a functioning business, man.
I hope your Middle East account turns into a fucking rainbow this Pride Month, but somehow I don't think you're going to be advertising that across all the Muslim countries in the Middle East. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below.
Yeah, right. It's going to be the end of their fucking company. And like I said, man, people can pretty much do what they want to do. If you want to cater to this little ass group of people, you don't have to do it like at the expense of everybody else. Do what you gonna do just for them. Like when they coming out here Easter and all this other weird shit, man. Move them holidays. Those are new fucking days y'all just put out y'all ass anyway. Easter been here. Like they always try to make it seem they do bullshit. They throw a rock to hide their hand. Like, you know what the fuck you doing? Quit trying to play dumb. Every time they get addressed about this shit, they play dumb. Oh, well, it's been this and that. Nah, you got a senile bastard in the White House that think he could just do whatever the fuck he want to do. Bitch can't even complete a sentence, but can tell you what the fuck a holiday is. It's still hijack holidays from people. Get the fuck out of here, man. Shit is garbage.
Mark Zuckerberg just built a 100 million.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Communist ass Facebook.
Known billion.
When you think about it, it's not giving them any of the money.
We are going to move on to immigration,
one thing very
but I
quickly,
want
he
to get
said we
your
have to help our
reaction.
small businesses by raising the minimum wage. That's not helping. I think it should be a state option. Alabama is different than New York. New York is different from Vermont. Every state is different. It should be a state option.
You said very
we have
recently.
to help. It's very important. We have to help our small businesses. How are you helping your small businesses when you're forcing wages? What's going to happen, and what's been proven to happen, is when you do that, these small businesses fire many of their employees.
You said very recently you would consider.
Is when you do that, these.
And then Biden bitch ass. Not true, by the way. How the fuck does somebody with no knowledge of how any of this shit work become president? I'm so fucking disgusted at this country.
Small businesses fire many of their employees.
You said very recently you would consider.
Be careful what you wish for.
Fast food workers are about to get a pay raise. Next week, the minimum wage goes up from $16 an hour to $20 an hour. But the restaurant operators say a higher wage could mean fewer workers.
Man, I'm tired of being right.
Amir Samadi runs a popular round-table pizza shop in San Jose near the Oak Ridge Shopping Center. He considers himself a good employer through good times and bad. For example, Amir points out he did not lay off any workers during the pandemic or cut their hours. But now, as California gets ready to up the minimum wage for fast food workers from $16 to $20, Amir is not sure if he can afford that change.
As an owner or as an employer, you have to have coverage to pay them. If you cannot, you have to shut your door. or they're going
Facts,
to lose the
man.
hours. Anyway, it's going to be lose for both sides, either employer or employee.
On the flip side, the higher wages could have a trickle-down effect on customers. Fast food chains...
And you can tell that this dude is an immigrant. These are the type of immigrants that I like, man. He has a business and everything. I'm pretty sure he came here through the right channels, established himself. And he's living the American dream, built up a nice business for himself. He's operating. And it's unfortunate that California and these fucking Democrat, communist, socialist motherfuckers want to destroy that for him. I'm all for these type of immigrants coming here living the American dream. But these motherfuckers running across the border, getting handouts and all this other shit, coming over here causing violence, killing people, doing all this other weird shit. Nah, I ain't for none of that. This is what you call a hard-working immigrant right here. Because you can tell accent. He's not born here. But he's coming here and he's doing what he has to do. And he's even employing Americans. But like I said, that shit at the border, nah, we ain't got no sympathy for none of that shit.
On the flip side, the higher wages could have a trickle-down effect on customers. Fast food chains, including McDonald's and Chipotle, say they plan to raise menu prices to make up for the higher wages. Some businesses say they will need to cut staff.
You're forcing wages. What's going to happen, and what's been proven to happen, is when you do that, these small businesses fire many of their employees.
You said very recently you would consider.
State labor filings say some Pizza Hut locations are already laying off workers. Hundreds of delivery drivers are many of those impacted.
Oh, they already done cut the rope on their ass. And then now you got places like Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is essential for people that don't have a lot of money. They closing 1,000 stores. 1,000 stores. Dollar Tree. You're like, shit, how they not getting money? People come in here and spend. Still got to close their fucking doors because of Bidenomics. Nasty work.
Take out of here.
What?
You're fired. You're gone.
I'm not fired.
Yes, you're out of
You
here.
need me more than ever.
Get out of here, you cut-rate parasite.
Come on, this is me, all right? I've been here for you. I'm consistent and you know it. The other guys, them. They come, they go, I'm the guy.
They don't. Not him. That's true talent. Get it?
Because it's all part of the plan.
Trump's
Definitely part of the fucking plan. Ah, man, we catching up on some good stuff this morning, man. I missed a lot on here. Been writing a book, man. I'm trying to get that thing done by summertime.
The #1 food that kills testosterone and metabolism.
This is a metabolism killer. This.
It's that perception versus reality thing that we talk about a little bit with the economy, right, Joe? Where you say, look at the data. You know, you have number after number showing how strong this economy is, how resilient it is. We know inflation is too high. And yet in polling, just like in crime, people say the economy is not good or crime is bad in this country. A lot of times it's a matter of perception.
Oh, really?
Perception. Numbers don't fucking lie. Numbers don't lie.
American consumers are feeling the pinch when it comes to the cost of food. Overall inflation is certainly easing or slowing, if you will, but new Labor Department data shows that the amount being spent on eating has hit a 30-year high.
A lot of times it's a matter of perception.
Now to what could be a debt crisis brewing in our country. Household debt rising to record levels as more Americans struggle to pay the bills.
And Americans are taking on more debt, $17.5 trillion overall. 1.13 trillion of that is a record amount, and it's on credit cards. Plus, more people are falling behind on their payments because despite the strong jobs market, consumers are facing higher prices and much higher interest rates. So take a look at this. In just the last 2 years, the typical credit card has gone from 14.5% APR to now 21.5% APR. So let's say you're carrying a $1,000 balance on your credit card. 2 years ago, if you were making minimum payments, it would have cost you $729 in interest to pay it off. At today's rates, you are paying almost $1,200 in interest. That is a nearly $500 difference.
That's Biden.
What the fuck?
The look at the housing picture and why the American dream of owning a home may not be the best idea right now.
This morning, the American dream of owning a house for some feeling more and more like a fantasy. New analysis from real estate research firm CBRE finding that right now it is more expensive to buy a house in the U.S. than it is to rent an apartment. On average, new renters paying just over $2,000 a month. Compare that to the average new homeowner, shelling out nearly 40% more to cover their monthly mortgage.
Look at the data. You know, you have number after number showing how strong this economy is, how resilient it is.
Hey, you know what? That dude the police should have walked on the fucking set and arrested that man for telling fucking disgusting lies like that publicly. Nationally to all these fucking people on there people barely watch they fucking shit ass channel anyway, except libtards. But like, he should be arrested for that. How the fuck do you go on national TV and lie like that so disgustingly? Like, that should be illegal, man. It should be illegal. U.S. homelessness hits historic levels as 653,000 Americans are now homeless, despite stock market reaching all-time highs. What they don't tell you about the stock market, though, is that it's just the rich people getting the money. That's the part they leave out about. They brag about that. Rich people brag about that. Oh, the stock market is great under Biden, this and that. If you fucking notice, rich people are doing absolutely fantastic under Biden. Because he's the president for the elite. He's not the president for middle America and the rest of America. He fucking hates you. That's why rich people are the only people benefiting under this shit. This dude literally made the most homeless people in American history. The craziest economy in American history. People can't afford shit. I went in the store. I got one hand of bananas and a little ass watermelon. That shit was like $25. Fucking bananas and a watermelon. So if I was to get 4 hands of bananas and 4 watermelons, that's $100 fucking dollars. Nasty work.
The average monthly payment on a new car loan now stands at $733 a month. And that's the average. Many people are paying more than that. In fact, if you can believe it, right now, 1 in every 6 drivers is paying $1,000 a month or more on their monthly car payment.
It's sick.
Yeah, it is, you bastard. Damn. I'm about to make a video on this shit, man. Them numbers is insane. Damn. Hey, look, when the ATM tell you broke, boy, it's fucked up out here. When the ATM look back at you on the screen and say, bitch, you broke, it's time to get that motherfucker out of office. That is crazy. April Fool's jokes fall flat. Nobody laughs. Nobody finds the motherfuckers funny.
Wells Fargo.
Nobody finds them people funny, man. And fuck Wells Fargo. They stole money from my grandparents. Thieving fucking bastards. How weird. How fucking weird and cringe. Who the fuck is this weirdo?
Are you John Kirby? Where's your wife? I think thumbs up. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up from the bunny. All right. Thank you.
Motherfuckers are starving and homeless. Fentanyl ravaging the fucking country. Illegals taking over and everything, and they over here playing with fucking bunnies on the stage. What a sick joke.
Bye. Happy Easter. Oh, hello, everybody. Happy Easter Monday. So I have something at the top for all of you. I think you'll be really interested in this. So President Biden is scheduled to announce he is revoking the Hatch Act. So as a gift to all of you, so now I can actually take all your questions about 2024. No?
Revoking
I thought
the
you would
Hatch
love
Act.
that. All right, okay. April Fools, April Fools, April Fools. It is April 1st. Thank you. I thought it was pretty.
She thought it was pretty good to act like she could do her job and then lie to them saying that she can't do her fucking job. What a piece of shit. Like, what a piece of shit.
Pretty slick of me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Fucking disgusting. Oh, yeah, he did the hat check. I can answer all you guys' questions now. What the fuck are you there for? What are you there for? Excuse me. 50 Cent wants Jay-Z to run after Diddy snitches. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z's an FBI asset. He fucking a billionaire too. Busted. What the hell she get busted for? No shit, criminal.
I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counselors. Is my right to do? Paid them all the
Why the fuck is she coming to church talking to people about her political cases? That's so fucking weird. Why are you in church talking about what are church people gonna do for you? Hey, you work for Democrats and the devil, so I'm thinking, so God definitely not helping you do a fucking thing.
same hourly rate. They only attack one. Paid them all the same hourly rate.
Bullshit.
Oh Lord, they gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense. First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race card now. But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card when they only question one? Why is the white male Republicans' judgment good enough, but the black female Democrats not?
Cause you're a lying bitch. That's what they always go to. They do foul shit. And then say, oh, you can't call me out on this because you're white. Bitch, we black and we telling you a fucking criminal bitch. So like, what the fuck? Why does it matter who said it at this point? I'm saying I'm black and you a piece of shit. You a corrupt, dirty piece of shit bitch. You and Nathan Wade. I'm not a fucking white Republican. I don't give a fuck about the Republican Party. They piece of shit too, especially uniparty bastards. I'm America First conservative. I don't give a shit about none of that Democrat Republican bullshit. Both of them dirty as fuck. All these partisan bills that's getting passed and still give Ukraine money and all this other shit. That takes both parties to fucking do, not just one. Give a fuck about no Democrat, Republican, nothing. You're a trash, corrupt piece of bitch, and that's what it is.
A few days after the defendants made this motion to disqualify Fani Willis, she went in public in a church with cameras rolling and essentially said that the reason that this motion had been brought was racism. And the judge says in his ruling that that was a legally inappropriate statement for the DA to make. He's absolutely right. A prosecutor cannot make inflammatory public statements about the defendants. They're the ones who have their rights at issue. And the judge basically said it may be necessary to put a gag order on the DA. Prosecutors are supposed to operate under gag orders anyway. Prosecutors like to say we do our talking in court. Here, Fonnie Willis has violated that principle, and the judge has taken note of it.
Here we go. And that's what I'm saying. This bitch is standing in church talking about her cases and shit. It's got to be illegal, man. It's got to be.
And it's hard out here always having to prove yourself 2 and 3 times. Recently, they tell me they don't like me to talk about race. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Wow. Wow.
Truth is, it's some challenges that come to being black.
During the 2020 presidential election, has a jaw-dropping net worth of $8 million. She's worth $8 million, and she want to tell us how challenging it is to be her and to be black and do all this. How, bitch? You a millionaire. $8 million, to be exact. So you're not straddling the millionaire line. You are there. These people fucking disgust me because you actually have black people that buy into this shit. You're like, yo, when they say shit like this, you should ask them. Black people, ask them. Man, well, how does being oppressed as you get you $8 million? I would love to be that oppressed. Oppress me right now if I can have $8 million. I would love to be oppressed. Talk about my skin, cause hey, look, you can talk about this shit all you want to, man. This shit skin deep. Don't give a fuck. Call me whatever shade you want. Call me whatever words you want. I'll be $8 million richer and still not giving a fuck like I don't know. Shit is incredible, man.
Truth is, it's some challenges that come to being black. You poor thing. And I see so much greatness in this city that has so many great African American leaders. And I appreciate all of the sacrifice that you all have had to make to be in these positions.
But she prosecuting 2 cases, one based off of, I guess she was dating somebody who was allegedly killed by a gang, so she started prosecuting the gang. And then now you got the whole Trump thing. She prosecuting Trump because, I don't know, I guess it's because she want to one day eventually elevate from where she at DA, probably to like senator, governor, some type of shit. I'm guessing that's the motive for her doing that against Trump. Just some clout points. Because it's no fucking, ain't nothing to that case.
So, Chief Meadows, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for having the intelligence to create an event like this where we recognize that you've had to go through a little more to serve.
And the judge basically said it may be necessary to put a gag order on the DA.
They tell me they don't like me to talk about race. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyway.
It's my hot body. I'll do what I want. I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever. I'll do what I want.
I'll allow it. But these people are sick people. These are people that I think they hate our country. You want to know?
They do hate America. It's clear. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that shit no more. If you're ignoring it, you just ignoring it. Say you're ignoring it. But you got to be honest about that type of shit. YouTuber makes the worst mistake of his life, going to Haiti to interview and got kidnapped. What? Armed migrant gang infiltrates New York City. Holy shit, guys. Rachel Maddow tries to break down in tears. All those people fucking disgust me. All of them.
I am very humbly asking if you could chip in $5, $10, or even $25. I know that
I definitely
times
donated to my guy.
The threat to the rule of law posed by an ex-president who does not hesitate to target judges and their children is where we start today with some of our favorite reporters and friends. So, you know, it's time to do something different. Like, we're not going to have this conversation again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening.
So, you know, it's time to do something different. It's time to do something different.
Getting kind of tense, aren't you?
I have come on the air with breaking news about requests for gag orders because of threats for judges and their kids more times than I could count today before I got ready. And Judge Ludig, I think it's time, I don't know who has to write the banners at the bottom of my show. I'm sorry in advance. But Donald Trump broke the rule of law. We should cover a broken judiciary in this country. Donald Trump managed to delay every federal criminal trial based on facts that he barely denies. Donald Trump managed to enlist the Supreme Court in a delay process, the highest court in the land. Donald Trump brazenly and repeatedly attacks.
Jesus, Donald Trump, bitch, we know who you talking about by now. You fucking lunatic bitch. These people are batshit crazy. Like, what the fuck? Look at this shit.
Not just judges, and I've had the privilege of sitting across not just from you, Judge Ludig, but from Judge Esther Salas, whose son was assassinated by a crazy person. Judges don't have Secret Service protecting them. They don't even always have, I mean, her child answered the door. What are we going to do different? Because Donald Trump sure as hell isn't changing. I'm sorry in advance, but Donald Trump broke the rule of law. We should cover a broken judiciary in this country. Donald Trump managed to delay every federal criminal trial. It's time to do something different.
I'm loving the panic, by the way. I'm just loving this shit. I'm loving it.
Want to pick all that shit up?
Trump derangement syndrome. Hatred of Donald Trump so intense that it impairs people's judgment.
Yeah, and it's pretty bad, too. It's really bad. Migrant denied release. I want to know who the fuck has been going around New York City punching women in the face. Because when they catch him, we all need to beat their ass. That shit is disgusting. Somebody's just going around in New York just randomly punching women in the face. The fuck is that about? Eric Adams cries racism after Charlemagne calls him out for wanting illegals with sanctuary policy. That bastard would.
Sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
A few years
You should come what? He doing all that fucking advertising to come to America and we not even doing good. What a piece of shit. Like, what a fucking piece of shit. Can't stand that bastard. Woke mob cancels Lizzo. For fundraising for Joe Biden and the Democrats. No way.
Most guys get serious eye bags as
Care about no eye bags, man. We all get old.
A fundraising event at Radio City Music Hall in New York that featured not one, not two, but 3 war criminal presidents. And the event started with a concert by the establishment's favorite musician, Lizzo. I guess these presidents heard the story about her mistreating her workers and they were like, let's go, that's our girl. She'll definitely be down to do a genocide fundraiser. That sounds like a party to me. What?
Sound like a party, this bitch. And she got Bill the rapist, Joe Biden the incel, and Obama the fucking I don't even, how many fucking letters is on that shit now? We know what Obama is famous for. A whole bunch of shit. Whole bunch of child losing their lives, bombing drones, all type of weird shit, pushing LGBT shit in other countries, and then paying them if if they don't sanction them. All type of weird shit, man. Just 3 criminals, basically.
1 million people in Gaza are on the brink of famine. Sounds like a party to me. Biden using our taxes to send Israel more warplanes so they can take the lives of another 10,000 children. That's a party to me. Raising money for the guy who destroyed Libya, the guy who destroyed Gaza, and the guy who carpet bombed Serbia. That's a party to me. I mean, it's really wild to juxtapose what our politicians and rich people are doing here in America as they are actively facilitating the starvation of little babies in Gaza.
That's
all
fucking
facilitated by this man, Joe Biden, who just sent Israel another $14.5 billion.
What?
And he has the gall to come before us and do a fundraiser asking for more money. Sounds like a party to me. Shut up. I'm so sick of you people.
All right, guys, we gotta talk about an absolutely hilarious story, okay? A story that I was going to ignore because I was like, you know, Lizzo is doing this for attention, right? This is not anything out of the ordinary for Lizzo to boohoo, whine, and cry about criticism and backlash that she's getting. And, you know, she's claiming that she's quitting. But then once I looked into the reason behind why she declared that she's going to quit, it made the story hilarious. I died of laughter, okay? Because you cannot write about it. You cannot write a better story than this, okay, about Lizzo quitting, okay? Because the woke activists basically have basically made Lizzo lash out because she decided to do a fundraiser for Joe Biden, okay? And we know that Joe Biden is getting a whole lot of criticism from the left, the far left, the progressive left, for his support of Israel and him not doing enough to stop their war against Hamas, okay? Because we know that the pro-Palestine activists, you know, these people have been essentially protesting, in some cases rioting, okay, committing acts of violence since October 7th, right? And they haven't stopped, okay? And I don't think they're going to stop, okay? Unless there's a complete ceasefire. And even then, I'm still not sure they're going to stop, right? The grift is too good, okay? So at some point, they'll probably be demanding land from Israel, right? They'll say, no, Israel has to give up their land, right? Or else we're going to keep protesting. I think that's what's going to happen, right? I think that's what's going to happen. But anyways, Lizzo is getting backlash from the woke revolutionaries over the fact that she decided to fundraise for Joe Biden. Obama was there. Clinton was there.
One of the reasons why Lizzo got a lot of backlash the other day was because she was performing at the pro-genocide fundraiser. And so many people hate that two things can be true at once. Yes, Lizzo has been unfairly targeted in her career because she happens to be a black, fat woman. But it is also true that she's mean. Bro, I don't care what anybody says. I think it's fucked up when a celebrity or somebody who has millions and millions and millions of followers targets someone on this app that's just like a regular person that barely has any followers. If you have a ton of influence and a massive following and you sick inadvertently or on purpose you're following onto some rando, that is bullying. That is cruel. And I've seen her do that, and it's not okay. She seems, allegedly, but she seems to be a mean person who was very, allegedly, cruel and degrading to her own staff members. But I feel like going and performing at this pro-genocide fundraiser really just says one of two things. Either one, she has become incredibly out of touch. She's so used to now with rubbing shoulders with elites and with extremely wealthy and influential people that she thinks that going to an incredibly elitist fundraiser with the likes of Barack Obama and Bill Me Too Clinton is totally cool. Or B, she just doesn't give a fuck about what's happening in Gaza. Could be one or the other, could be both. I don't really care. I think anyone that went to that fundraiser, that includes Clinton and Obama and Stephen Colbert and Mandy Kaling and all of the other people that went to that fundraiser.
Nobody gives a fuck about Stephen Colbert. Let's get that clear right now. This dude had deaths and vaccines on fucking stage. Like, that does it by itself. Because now look at all the shit that come out about the vaccine. These people are a piece of shit. All of them are genocidal.
And clapped and cheered as Obama made smug fucking comments to the protesters as the police ripped them out of there violently, are no friend to you, me, or to anybody else. These people don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about what's happening in the world. They don't give a fuck about what's happening to the Palestinians. I really hope that one day people wake up and check their celebrity worship. That doesn't mean, as I've said a million times, that you...
Facts. Cause that celebrity worship shit is fucking insane. And especially when it's people who believe in God. How the fuck are you worshiping people who are human like you? That shit is so weird to me, man. I don't give a fuck how much money a celebrity... All the money that you make and all the clout that you get, it's through what other people perceive about you or like. That doesn't give you, like, domain over everybody and everything. It don't matter how big of a fucking celebrity you are. Some people don't know who you are. Some people don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck about no celebrity, really. If they're a good person and they doing great things, yeah, I respect that. But I don't give a fuck about no celebrity status. I don't care who has more than me. I don't care about none of that shit, man. I don't care about none of that. Cards are dealt different at birth. I didn't win the lottery I didn't win the parent lottery or none of that shit. So that's the cards I dealt. I'm not gonna cry or complain about it. Or be like trans people and be mad that you weren't born a boy or a girl or something. You dealt your hand. Play your fucking hand.
You can't love art that people create. That you can't enjoy music and art and movies and fashion that people create. But the elevation of these people to God status needs to end.
Lizzo decided to have a meltdown afterwards because, again, she got criticized for it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this clip from News Nation to learn a little bit more about what's going on with Lizzo, because the pro-Palestinian protesters continue to make themselves very useful, right? I mean, they might take down Joe Biden's campaign and they might take down Lizzo, okay? I mean, that's a heavy, heavy, heavy task, and I have to give them credit for it. But it's not just the pro-Palestinian activists. It's also the woke activists in general. Because remember, Lizzo is being accused of Me Too, right? I mean, she is a large black woman that's being accused of sexual harassment, which is not something that, you know.
What's even crazy to me, though, is that Lizzo fat shamed some of her dancers. Like, you're obese, and you're fat shaming your dancers, and then having your dancers eat bananas out of strippers' asses. Allegedly, of course. I gotta throw allegedly on that because I'm streaming on YouTube too. So allegedly, but that's what the fuck is being said right now.
You know, you see every single day, okay? But you know, hey, she apparently was not an easy person to work with. Okay, so there's a lot of kind of woke backlash, Me Too backlash, coming against Lizzo as well too. So without further ado, let's learn about what's going on with Lizzo.
You know what this means? It's time for the scoop. Singer Lizzo took to Instagram to declare, quote, "I quit," following online criticism. And that's not all. Remember Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Well, she announced she is separating from her husband. That's right. It is time now for some of the biggest stories in entertainment. Let's bring in our News Nation entertainment expert to break down the best headlines. Paula Frolic is here with the scoop. Caitlin Becker joining us as well. Great to see you, ladies. Let's start with Lizzo. She said she's quitting in an Instagram post.
Well, you know, she's had an interesting week. And I wrote basically that the DNC had hired her for their Big Three Presidents event. And I said, you know, it's kind of a weird little look. We talked about it last week.
Definitely.
I said, it's a weird look. You know, she's being sued for sexual harassment and discrimination, and she's performing for a guy who used to be known as the horn dog in chief. It's a weird look. And
yeah, I mean, and Joe Biden got Me Too allegations as well too, okay?
And look, she says, all I want to do is make music and make people happy and help the world be a little better than how I found it. Bitch, you are doing the complete opposite. Don't play yourself.
So, you know, I mean, that whole stage, okay, I mean, specifically Joe Biden and Bill Clinton, not a good look, okay? Not a good look at all, okay? So Democrats are getting backlash for not only, you know, supporting what's happening over there in Israel and God.
And by the way, this is Lizzo who showed up to an NBA game with pants with her ass out. and then decided to twerk on the court for cameras and all the other shit, knowing that there's some mad kids at a fucking NBA game. So this is the type of bitch that want to make the world a better place than what she found it. She must be talking about hell. That's what she must be referring to. Can't be talking about the same earth and reality that we living in right now.
But also from the woke mob when it comes to the Me Too stuff, right? And hiring somebody that has Me Too allegations against them. But again, you know, maybe they thought they can get away with it because Lizzo is a large black woman, which means that she has at least 3 Infinity Stones of wokeness, okay? But it seems like Lizzo's Infinity Stones of wokeness are not going to save her from the council mob, right? I'm just saying. That's what it seems like to me.
And then the women who are suing her, their lawyer called me and said it was shameful that the DMC would hire her and that they're going to regret it and that history was, history was holding receipts and everyone's going to be just ashamed that they took a part of this. And then a day later, she goes, I quit. And she basically said she's being bullied. And my issue that I have with that, and you see this quite a lot in Hollywood, is that people who bully others, then when they themselves, they can't take the heat, so they get out of the kitchen, but then they leave and say, well, I was bullied. So it's really gaslighting the women who are suing her. And also note, she has paid off 14 other women for other.
So she paid off 14 women, but she ain't do shit. Bitch, please. I just got a question for women. Why do they like wearing dresses that just drag on the ground like that? Like to have a dirty dress? I never understood that part of that.
Claims.
Am I crazy?
So-
I feel like Lizzo quit before.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like a Selena Gomez thing. She comes and goes on social
well,
media.
Selena Gomez like does it for her mental health, but I
Right.
feel like this is not the first time that Lizzo has been like, this is too much for me, I quit, and then takes a little break and comes back. So I'm sure we'll see Lizzo again.
I think we'll see her again. What do you think, Paula?
I hope so. I mean, I like her music. It's just like, man, I don't know. Learn how to behave better. Be nicer to people. Come on.
Yeah, imagine these people learning how to do that. I don't give a fuck.
Well, she doesn't need to know how to behave because, again, because she had at least 3 Infinity Stones of wokeness, she's taught that, hey, you don't need to know how to act in public or how to treat people because you're special, right? You're a queen, okay? You're beautiful, okay? I mean, we lie to Lizzo, okay? We lie to women like Lizzo, and because we lie to them and we don't ever hold them accountable for anything, of course, when she gets held accountable, she can't take it, right? She can't handle it. I mean, this is not something that I am surprised about at all, okay? But let's just say that Lizzo quitting is still not going to stop her from getting criticisms and backlash for fundraising on behalf of the very unpopular Biden administration.
Speaking of G-sides, I just want to also speak to the fact that Lizzo making that loser-ass statement, that gaslighty-ass statement talking about how she's quitting, I do not care. Like, respectfully, if you are a celebrity and you're going to go endorse, not even just, like, support casually or passively, but you're going to go to an event to raise funds, raise literal funds to support a man who is enabling war crimes to millions and millions of people, I want nothing to do. Quit! I want you 6 feet under at this point. What are you talking about? Quit.
Oh,
shit. Hell, actually, the fact that celebrities will get so upset when the world wants to disrupt how they decide to, like, live their everyday lives, even though it has real life ramifications on everyday people. Like, so sorry that people who very likely at some point listen to your music were like, hey, this is a terrible representation of you, and in a way is also a terrible representation of me because I thought I supported you and you had good morals. And here you are supporting a genocide enabler, and you're getting mad at the people, and you're saying you're gonna quit because the industry's too hard on you. And don't even hit me with some black woman rhetoric or some whatever oppressive like, I don't care. No tea, no shade, I don't care. If you support the Democrats, if you support Republicans, if you support the United States government, you are a loser. I don't even think you should have a job. I don't even think you should be on this planet. What are you good for? Who are you serving?
Wow. One of the first times in my life I've ever seen the black woman card not work with the mob, except if you're conservative, right? If you're a conservative woman like Candace Owens, the black woman card doesn't work, right? But, I mean, Lizzo clearly and obviously is not Candace Owens. She's not conservative. She's ultra left. And, you know, this is history, right? We're actually witnessing an event that I never thought I'd see before, okay? All those Infinity Stones are not working with the Me Too mob and the pro-Palestine mob, right? It is truly fascinating stuff. But, clearly and obviously this is a stunt, okay? Lizzo just wants to victimize herself. Oh, woe is me. I'm getting attacked because I'm fundraising for Joe Biden. Like, come on, bruh. I mean, at the end of the day, man, what these celebrities do for attention, I'm never surprised, okay? I'm never surprised. I mean, I really don't understand why they care so much about what people say about them. I mean, you're rich and you're famous. I'm not sure why you pay so much attention to the comments. But, again, I think these people, more so than anything, use the criticisms and the backlash against them as a way to make themselves seem like victims and to get tears, right, from the media, from people, in regards to victimhood. But in this instance right here, it's just not working, okay? It's just not working. And the funny part, the hilarious part about it is that Lizzo will probably come out and say, well, people don't feel bad for me because I'm fat and black, right? Fat and black woman is racism, is sexism, is fat phobia. That's what she'll say, okay? But I think in this instance, right, the criticism against, Lizzo is deserved, because if she was a man, she would have got canceled a long time ago, right? Especially with all those Me Too allegations, paying off women. Yeah, she would have been canceled a long time ago. I mean, some of the things that allegedly Lizzo made these women do is kind of insane, right, to think about. It's disgusting, really. But, yeah, I mean, she is somebody that if she was a man, especially if she was a white man, she wouldn't have a career, right? She wouldn't be performing for Joe Biden or Bill Clinton or Barack Obama. So she should consider herself to be lucky that she's not completely canceled yet. But again, there is a lot of backlash against the fact that, she is still, doing these performances and stuff like that, which, hey, I can't necessarily say that I'm a supporter of cancel culture, but in this instance right here, I think the backlash against Lizzo is deserved. So let me know what you got to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. What, Brawlhalla putting woke ass Star Wars in that game? You see, woke my the man's passport broke professor be fired after telling students to date California women. Shit, I wouldn't date a California woman. Motherfucking psychopath. Sunny Hostin is trash. I saw that when she tried to play my man. He just calmly just destroyed her. Communist Cuba on the brink of collapse. Everything is fucking collapsing. DeSantis to send Haitian illegal aliens to Martha's Vineyard. Oh shit. Go live at Obama's mansion. Hey, that's crazy. Martha's Vineyard, Haitians coming out. I'm about to check out some of that March Madness Elite 8 LSU highlights too. I see people crying online and shit. I see the people crying online about that game. Fare evasion cost MTA $700 million. Excuse me. The View faces MLK reality check from anti-woke guests.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuff.
Excuse me.
It's a water. In a recent episode of The View, Coleman Hughes, a podcaster and author, found himself at the center of a heated debate over race and identity. Hughes, known for his advocacy of a colorblind society, was promoting his book on the subject when he encountered resistance from the show's panelists, particularly Sunny Hostin and Joy Behar. What ensued was a contentious exchange that underscored deep ideological divisions and highlighted the challenges of discussing race in contemporary society. Hughes began by articulating his belief in the importance of judging individuals based on their character rather than their race. Drawing on the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Hughes argued that a colorblind approach to race relations is essential for fostering genuine equality and unity. However, his assertions were met with skepticism and pushback from Hostin and Behar, who accused him of being naive and out of touch with the realities of systemic racism. Throughout the discussion, Hughes remained composed and articulate, defending his position with clarity and conviction. Despite facing aggressive questioning and attempts to focus on comments like critical race theory, conceptions of race, and advocating for a more nuanced and balanced approach to teaching.
You know, I, just like all of you, live in this world, and I know that everybody has a different perspective and different opinions, and I often want to try to understand those people when they start spouting their perspectives out into the ether. And when I do get that opportunity, I come away thinking that a lot of you have these ideas, they don't really stick, but I'm proud of you for having these ideas, perspectives, and opinions. There are other people who will just talk into the ether and expect themselves to be right, but they will often be wrong and have nothing to say about it other than a think piece about how everyone is in the wrong for criticizing them for the stupid thing that they said. If you don't know, there is somebody or a group of people going around New York City and just punching a bunch of women in the face.
You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk. Literally, I fell to the ground and now this giant goose egg is forming and I'm like, oh my God, it looks so crazy.
And in this scenario is where we would play the guessing game where we just guess who this might be, whether it be a white guy, a black woman, a white woman, a Mexican, like it could be anybody because nobody knows. All we had at current moment was women saying that they just got punched in the face and somehow realizing that it's a weird thing going viral right now. Well, there is one individual who decided to step up and give his guess about who it all might be going around punching women. And yes, it's based in nothing but stupidity.
Hello. So this is day 3 of women in New York City getting punched in the face. The New York Post has not said anything about it. The NYPD has not said anything about it. The mayor has not said anything about it. Elon Musk has not said anything about it. And Twitter has not said anything about it.
So now it's Elon Musk's job to fucking say the news, what the news is? These people are fucking idiots, man. You should have to pass a fucking intelligence test to be on the social media, bro. I'm sorry.
Which means it had nothing to do with black men. Black men ain't got shit to do with this. So everyone's quiet. All the right-wing pages are quiet. The Post is quiet. The news is quiet. So we all know it's a bunch of white men punching a bunch of white women. So
bold strategy, bold claim, but you would have had to just wait just a couple of days to find out at least one individual is behind all the punching, or at least one of the punchings going around. And spoiler alert, it's not a white guy.
Multiple women in New York City taking to social media claiming they've been randomly punched on the street.
Yeah, the videos are surprising and they've sparked nationwide outrage. Fox 5's Michelle Ross takes a closer look at what's been happening.
You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. So I just got punched in the face walking home.
Women are taking to TikTok sharing similar stories of them getting punched in the face in unprovoked attacks on the streets of New York City.
Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk.
Influencer Hallie Kate developed a bump on her forehead after she says a man walking a dog punched her on Monday in Chelsea. For that attack, police charged 40-year-old Skabuki Stora with assault and harassment. Standing in front of a Trump flag, he claims he's a great-great-grandson of Marcus Garvey. With more than 90,000 followers on social media, he posts videos of women and his interactions with police.
You finally harassing a white person, man. Good job, man.
It's unclear if he's responsible for the other attacks. The string of women said this happened to them in recent weeks. This woman posted about getting punched in the face 2 years ago.
Oh my actual God, I literally just got punched in the face by a homeless man. Like literally walking to the gym.
I fall straight to the ground and I'm just in like absolute disbelief.
Literally as soon as they came, they were like, do you want to get in the back of the car and go try to find this guy? They like threw on their sirens. We ran around all of Soho.
In a now deleted comment on one of the TikTok videos, former Real Housewives of New York City star Bethany Frankel commented with a similar experience, writing, "This happened to me a few months ago, but I was embarrassed to say. I was taking a video of a bakery." And in almost all of the TikTok videos, the women say that they were on their phones not paying attention. So they are telling women everywhere to be more aware of their surroundings.
Now, keep in mind, there definitely could be more people who are going around just punching random women in the face for absolutely no reason.
Well, a cowardly trend in New York City is making national headlines. Social media videos are going viral where women are recounting men randomly punching them unprovoked. In just 2 weeks, the NYPD has confirmed at least 5 separate incidents. These are just reported incidents. Victims say they are suffering from concussions, bruises, and bumps. And equally traumatizing, their sense of safety has been shredded. Tonight, we focus on an attack in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. The man police say is behind the punching assault has already been released by a judge. Our Stephanie Bertini has the story.
Walking on the street and hit by a stranger, victim Dulce Pichardo is speaking out.
As soon as I passed, he hit me very strong.
Did he say anything?
He don't say anything.
It looked like it was other men around. What the fuck is going on? What's up with men these days, man? Like, what's going on? If I see a random woman just walking and some dude just come out of nowhere and punching her face, I'm beating that dude's ass. I'm kicking his ass, but I don't give a fuck about any of that. We can find out why he did that shit afterwards. But what happened to men these days, man? Like, they done turned so many of them into trans and LGBT motherfuckers. They want to be women so bad. So we barely have any real men out here anymore. That's why this shit happens. You notice when it's always these women or men just beating the shit out of women or doing weird shit to women, that men are just standing around just watching the shit or recording. That's not no type of shit I grew up in. Like, and it's crazy because that shit is in you as a man. I remember when I was small, man. I was a little kid, and the dudes my mom dating would try to put their hands on her. I would jump on their ass. I'm 5, 6 years old, jumping on their ass because that shit is inside of you. These motherfuckers these days don't have nothing inside of them, man. They ain't got that line in their chest, man. They fucking chihuahua. That's why they just sit around and record with their phone and watch motherfuckers just beat the shit out of women. Shit is the most cowardly shit I've ever seen in my life.
Pichardo says it was around 5 p.m. on Tuesday in Brooklyn on Grand Avenue between Dean Street and Atlantic Avenue. She was on her way home from work when it happened.
I was bleeding a lot.
Look at her, man. He just sat there and looked at her. Man, I ought to slam that dude on his fucking head, man. Ain't no way.
Happened.
I was bleeding a lot. It hurts. I know something broken because I feel it.
She says she was left with a broken jaw. She lost some teeth and has suffered permanent nerve damage. She was in the hospital. Now she's recovering. Wires are clamping her mouth shut through the healing process, and she may need surgery, she says. It's numb.
So it's numb, so I can move it. I can feel it.
Pichardo ran to her family restaurant and told her brother what happened.
I said, what happened, what happened? He told me, the guy, he hit me.
Fausto Pichardo says he went after the guy. In the meantime, someone called 911.
I said, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
So he denied it?
Yeah.
Police arrived and cuffed him. The NYPD says Franz Judy was arrested and charged for the assault. The 33-year-old pled not guilty, and he was released without bail. He will face a judge again in May in connection to the case.
So he punches a woman on her face on camera for no reason. Random woman walking by. Punches in her face, breaks her fucking jaw. She's gonna need surgery and all this. It's on camera. They released this bastard, no bail. Nobody whooped his ass or nothing. They released him, no bail or nothing. New York is a fucking shithole. A shithole. I wouldn't even buy a fucking drink out of one of their stores, man. That shit's disgusting. All these beta males walking the fucking street just watching shit like that. Society is fucked.
That's why I'm here, tell my story, because I don't want this happening again.
But in the current moment, we only got one. And I just want to ask, why be so bold to think just because no one's talking about it as much as you would want them to, it automatically leads to it being a white guy? Because I would like for you to know the reverse tends to be the situation where something goes on and we don't really get any details about the suspect. Then it usually ends up being a black person. There are occasions where it is a white person. And guess what? Same levels of critique should be laid out. Why the fuck are you doing said thing? And you should be going to jail for it.
Facts. Skin color doesn't matter nothing when it comes to a piece of shit individual. They like to just play the little color game. So y'all ignoring the fact that this is a real piece of shit human individual right here that did some wild, crazy shit over the fact that of their skin color. I've seen fucking mentally ill shitbags come in all skin colors. I seen criminals come in all skin colors. I see rapists come in all skin colors. I see murderers come in all skin colors. Why the fuck are people still caught up on that? Like, what do y'all take away the seriousness based off skin color? So what do y'all take away from these incidents? Based off skin color, what do you take away? The severityness of it? How hard the person was hit depending on the color of the person? Like, all that shit is fucking weird. You have piece of shit humans walking around doing insane shit. When you try to go with the color thing, on the only thing I see is a piece of shit that might be okay with what's going on. Because color should have nothing to do with it. It just feels like we going back to a time I've never even fucking lived in. I never lived through Jim Crow, civil rights, and all that weird racial tension shit. I've never lived in it. I've experienced racism because of shitbag people who were probably brainwashed or probably just didn't just like black people, which you come across that, man. But it's not as prevalent as they try to make it seem. Most of the world don't give a shit. People out here trying to build a life. They got kids they're taking care of. They got a job and bills they got to pay. They're not worried about the fucking black guy on the other side of town. Not worried about the white dude on the other side of town. They have a whole fucking life that they're trying to live. So for most people, what I assume is they don't really give a shit, man. Only time people even use color is for describing most people, which is the only thing I use it for. Like, what the fuck else is that prevalent in cases like this? People are pieces of shit, comes in all colors. Any case that you can go pull up on a black dude, I'm pretty sure you can pull up on white men, Asians, Spanish, and all. I don't know why people are so caught up in skin color. This shit's disgusting. A piece of shit is a piece of shit, people.
It doesn't matter who it ends up being. It's just supposed to be a fun thing. You're supposed to want to figure out who it is and then say, go to jail for a stupid thing you are doing. You're not supposed to say, oh, well, because no one's talking about it, it's a black person and we should all just tend to ignore it now because once we find out who it really is, we should just get up on out of here. No, say what you truly want to say about the situation. If you think no one's covering it because it's a white suspect and then you end up being wrong about it, just say you were wrong. My bad, sick fuck needs to go to jail.
Everyone's quiet. All the right-wing pages are quiet. The Post is quiet. The news is
right-wing pages is quiet. News is quiet. Bitch, crime is like it is because of fucking liberal shitheads like you and Democrats. The fuck is wrong with these people? And they can never apologize. And he says as if, oh, it's just white dudes going around punching white women in the face. Oh, no need to pay attention to it. I don't give a fuck if it's a green or orange man going around punching white women in the face. It's a fucking woman. No man should be going around hitting women, period. And you know, it's crazy because they starting to now turn on white women. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like white liberal women. I can't stand them bitches. Because they're the ones who pushing a lot of this crazy ideology on the left and with Democrats and all that, feminists and all that other shit. So I'm not a fan of them bitches. But women in general, women should be protected. They're givers of life. And I'm not talking about the woman definition that Democrats do. I'm talking about real women. Not that fake shit they pushing online. But like, women should be protected. It shouldn't matter what color they are. Only a piece of shit human would think like that. Because I don't give a fuck what color the woman is. I'm not going to sit here and watch no man just beat the shit out of a woman or hit a woman or something. That's fucking weird to me. What man can sit there with nuts in your pants and watch that? Lunacy, man.
It was a black guy. Not just any black guy, but one who has gone famous on this app for harassing people. I am drowning in shame right now.
No one needs to make a think piece trying to come up with excuses or talking about how Fox News is indoctrinating people to hate Taylor Swift. It doesn't need to be all of that. You can just be wrong and it'll be okay. You are not on trial for speculation or playing the guessing game or being loud.
But that's like he said with this whole Taylor Swift shit too. That's weird as hell. Why do I have to like this chick? I never listen to fucking music, never cared for her. That's why I remain. I don't dislike her or any of that other weird shit because I don't give a fuck about nothing she has going on. That, like, you just can't mind your business, bro. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff Democrats are doing. I just want them defeated. I don't care what they doing. Not my concern. I care about the weird shit that they passing, legislation-wise, that's coming up and we got to deal with in life. I care about that, but as far as that other shit and using weird celebrities, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. That's what Democrats do every year. Use weird-ass celebrities for stuff. Now, if you want to talk about that NFL shit and all that other shit, that's a different story. Because a lot of that shit is scripted like movies, if you ask me. But nobody cares about all that irrelevant shit. They just want to make it seem like conservatives really care about that type of shit, bro. We really don't. We really don't. The only thing we care about is getting America back on the right path, getting President Trump back in office so we can fix a lot of this weird shit and get on with our lives, building a life. Like we're building a life. It's not like we stopped aging. We still age every day. We still get closer to birthdays, man, and all that shit. We just trying to fix this shit that's going on right now. Nothing is affordable. Life is not affordable. We have the most crime. We have the most crazy shit going on. Bridges getting knocked down. Shit getting blown up. People getting killed. Damn near 1 million homeless have been created in recent times, man. Like, we have big fucking issues and problems. And they just keep throwing 1 billion distractions in front of us. Who gives a fuck about Taylor Swift when I had like fucking 6 or 7 cousins die the year before last from fentanyl? Like, who cares about that type of shit? I care about fixing life and the quality of life of people. I care about all this. Taylor Swift is a billionaire through Soros money and a lot of other shit. She's a billionaire. She don't care about the same shit I care about.
Totally wrong about who you think it could be. You are just wrong, and it is okay to be wrong. You never have to jump through all these different hoops to try to prove you are right. It'll never be something that serious, and I wish motherfuckers would stop getting their dick hard on trying to be the first and instead get their dick hard and get a little bit of blue ball so that they could be right.
All right, Leon tripping. He be right about a lot of that shit, but you don't want to use blue balls and all that other shit.
In a recent
got
episode
liberals
of
in
The
the
View.
conversation you're talking about. You know how they like to take shit. But that's crazy, man, with all them women just getting punched in the face in New York like that. What the fuck is going on? Damn, she dropped 41 and 12 on LSU? Haiti gang leader will consider ceasefire, but warns foreign forces will be treated as invaders. The Clintons done stole all them people money, so now they got gangs running the country. Fucking wow. Jon Stewart busted in fried skin. That piece of shit. The fuck is the UFL? All of a sudden, it isn't about guns. Hochul blames criminals as she takes barrage of criticism. She's such a piece of shit. I remember when she tried to use God, talking about some God wanted people to help her do some shit and all this other shit. Like, bitch, God doesn't even know you. He doesn't even know you. You come straight from hell. People are fucking unrealistic. Oh, it has Stephen A on Valuetainment. I'm gonna definitely have to check that episode out. I might make a video on that. I said, fuck LSU. Man, I missed a lot of shit. yeah, working on writing this book. I'm trying to get it done by summertime, at least volume 1, so I can have volume 1 out by this summer. So I've been slacking on videos and content, but I got to get right. I'm gonna start live streaming to make up for the lack of videos, but I have to get this book written by summertime. I already put out when I wanted it released, so I got to stick to the timeline. J.K. Rowling praised for calling out trans activists by slamming the new Scottish law. Oh, she defied judge by yeah, so we covered it earlier. Lefty terrorists create autonomous zone in New York City and kick out Jews. Now, see, that's discrimination, man, because, you know, Jews in America, a lot of them are piece of shit, too, like the green black bastard from the ADL, but you still don't want to generalize everybody. Because when you generalize everybody, that's when it kind of becomes, like, discrimination to me. Because you got some Jews that's out here that don't want no parts of any of that shit. They actually support, you know, a ceasefire to stop the genocide. So you can't, you know, like, they might not even know that, but see them and still treat them like shit, which isn't right. Because some people just don't want to be involved in the fucking scandal. People just want to go about their day and their lives, man. Everybody keep posting about this dude, man. He must have really got kidnapped and hated. Who the fuck is this guy?
Every lunch for the past 2 months, I've been eating.
Nobody cares about your Huel, man.
Your fellow Arab. He first gained notoriety for streaming and playing games like Fortnite and doing pretty well in their events. You guys may remember that Fortnite Mania was absolutely massive, and this guy was on that wave. But a couple of years ago, things changed, and he most likely knew he had to pivot as his style of content was dying.
I'm basically quitting competitive Fortnite next season, at least taking a year off, seeing how it affects me.
So that's when he started doing vlogs and other in real life content while traveling around the world, which would in turn parlay into doing in real life streams, which we all know are pretty much the hottest thing in content creation right now. And you guys need to understand, when it comes to this internet game, it's rare for lightning to strike twice, but this dude actually managed to revitalize his career in a whole nother genre, which is insanely hard to do. Now, the only problem with this in real life and vlog style content is you feel like you always have to kind of step it up for your audience, do the next craziest thing, and around a year ago, he really started to go more extreme and began doing some guerrilla journalism in all these different countries. I met the most wanted kingpin in the Middle East. I snuck inside a terrorist hideout cave. Day 1, living with the Mexican cartel. These are just a few of the hard-hitting pieces of content that Arab has been producing, obviously putting himself in danger time and time again to do so. And sadly, at this point, it seems like things have actually gotten serious for this man, and all the documenting of gangs and cartels might have put him in a bad place, because he's now apparently been kidnapped in Haiti by someone named Lanmo Sanjo, who is apparently wanted by the FBI for his violent crimes. Apparently, Arab was traveling with another Canadian journalist, and the two of them were allegedly both kidnapped by a gang there in Haiti while they were supposed to be interviewing their leader. And this is actually how I caught wind of this story, a Keemstar tweet. Apparently, these two guys are somewhat friends, or at least associates. I guess he spent 24 hours with him back in the day. And he says Arab was kidnapped in Haiti. He's been missing for 2 weeks. Prayers, please. And that's when I started to do a little bit of digging, and apparently this is the last video that Arab shot before he was kidnapped.
So we actually cannot leave to Port-au-Prince until the morning because it's already 6 p.m. and if we leave right now, we'll get there while it's dark. It's about a 6-hour road trip. We'll get there while it's dark, and that place is completely run by gangs. So you don't want to be dealing with the gangs, even though we have safe passage, we're already approved. All it takes is one stupid gang member holding an AK-47 for one thing to go wrong. So we're not taking that risk at night. We're going to be leaving at 3 in the morning.
So obviously he understands the risks and the dangers that come with making this type of gang content, especially in other countries. But I guess that's likely also the high that keeps him going.
I just really wanted to show you guys the view from this hotel. We're the only people in this entire hotel. Everybody else is workers, employees, etc. because no one's allowed in the country, so there's no tourists here, okay, other than those Royal Caribbean guys, but I have the entire hotel to myself.
Well, that's the thing, guys. It does seem like it's a pretty dire situation in Haiti, from social to economic to pretty much any standard you might go by. And at this point, it is not a safe place to travel internationally at all.
Look at that view, man. You got the mountain range, you got the sun setting, okay, you have entire Cap Haitian over here, and we've got a pool, which I wasn't going to take advantage of, but how many times in your life are you the only person in an entire hotel because the country's completely shut down, no one should be coming in, and you're just a retarded YouTuber? I feel like we gotta take advantage of the pool.
And I hope our board did, because things are not looking very good for him at this point. People within his circle began to speak out. Arab's editor here, he is currently kidnapped. Pray for him. Videos will still be pumped. I will shortly release that last bit of footage of him that was captured in Haiti, which is what we just watched. I'm guessing there's one of his boys. He says, tried keeping it private for 2 weeks, but it's getting out everywhere now. Yes, Arab has been kidnapped in Haiti, and we're working on getting him home. Love y'all, he'll be out soon. So hopefully that is an indication that this man is...
Hopefully he's not pulling no hoax on nobody, man, and paid people to just keep him quiet or stuff for a few weeks for clout. Because that shit is just disgusting to do. But, you know, if the guy is really kidnapped, hopefully he's okay and he makes it back. But, you know, with a lot of these fucking clout chasers online, they crave attention and they would do anything to get it. He might just be somewhere not even recording or doing nothing for 2 weeks. While they just building up all this shit, can't nobody come to Haiti and look for him. So they might just be doing this to build clout or something, and this, he might be out soon. Oh yeah, I was kidnapped. Let me tell you about this and that, getting more views, clout, and likes. Which, if people decide to take that route, man, to get a little fame and money, which is not even money at this point no more. People aren't addicted to the money. They're addicted to the attention and the clout. Clout has overtaken the addiction of money. Because you got people doing shit these days that don't even get you money. It lands you death or prison time. So it can't be about the money. If it was about the money, you would be focused on getting the money so you can spend it. You can't spend no fucking money in the grave or in prison. Well, you can in prison, but you ain't getting shit but noodles with it. So I just don't understand these type of people and the weird, crazy shit that they doing out here. Because it's not about money anymore. Definitely not. New York City Councilwoman flips out when Donald Trump calls him to a meeting. Why? The fuck?
Obviously, I'm world known, and I'm also very close friends with the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. And it's sad that you guys are allocating all our resources to arrest the president, but you guys are doing nothing about the Venezuelans that are cooking rats on the street. So I have the man himself. President Trump, are you there, sir? If he answers. But no, seriously, you guys are spending all these resources trying to arrest the president when we know that the city is crumbling. We know that crime is at a rate where all these people are talking about. President Trump, are you there?
Well, of course, you know, we know that the city, I'm not supposed to be there. I'm not supposed to come there, and because they have a judge, a terrible judge. His name is
Do you have testimony for this? I don't care about that, President. Do you have testimony?
Sandy,
I would ask that you please
Hey, Sandy, have some respect.
to the testimony.
Hey, you're just a councilwoman.
I just don't want the video.
Councilwoman, hey, President
I don't
Trump,
want the
just
video.
go ahead. She's too.
You could fill your thing. You can finish your
You know,
testimony.
people are going to do what they're going to do, and unfortunately, what's happening is terrible. You know, they don't want to hear me talk about.
I would ask that you please stick to the topic for today's hearing.
They're coming after me, and it's awful to see what they're doing. You know, you saw peekaboo.
Alice died is fucking crazy. That shit was crazy loud. YouTuber kidnapped. Is that shit gonna be on everybody's channel?
Harlem homes for Harlem residents. Asylum seekers are not Harlem residents. They are not citizens. In the Constitution, the Constitution solely and is primarily for United States citizens.
I've been doing a whole lot of videos on the King Ghana channel about the migrant crisis.
But my spin is a little different. I'm not like the other people out here who talk about the migrant crisis and what's happening in New York and Chicago as it focuses on America. No, I focus on Black America and what's going on solely with the African American community. That's what I deal with. And what I have noticed is when it comes to Chicago, they are really lit. Black Chicagoans are tearing up the internet going crazy. Like our first lady over here, Cat Trust.
We are so angry with Pritzker and with President Biden and with our mayor that we have decided that we're going to vote Republican this time around. Wow. That's just how angry we are. We are so angry that we are willing and going to turn our backs on the Democratic Party.
Then you got like the People's Alderman, the legendary George Blake.
We are in a caste system here. And at the bottom of this caste system, Black people. I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about right here. And you got the audacity, you Black ones I'm talking to, the audacity to bring in an illegal immigrant. Why would you do this? Sell out. And your mama. House in. Yes, I said it.
He said, hey, your mama. And contrary to belief, man, all these young Black people that's just Democrat dick riders and all that stuff, they just eat up all that Democrat propaganda, all that trash, and they just spit it back out at everybody. Older generational Black people can't stand them. Older generational Black people agree with people like me. Because they didn't go through so much shit to still have everything that they do handed to Democrats. They don't give a fuck about you. And it's just so crazy to me too that you got so many older Black people. Not as like my grandma and them generation, because they the ones who really disgusted with a lot of the younger generations of Black people in America. But like, they lived through all that shit. All of it. They seen what Democrats did to Black people in America. They seen what Democrats did to people in general. Because it's not just Black people they fucking over. They fucking over every American. But like, they really disgusted with like, the older people, the older generation is disgusted with younger Black generation people. Because they lived through all this Democrat atrocities and you still got the nerve to vote for them. How the fuck do these people not know that the Democrat Party is a party of the KKK? And that they fought hard against the civil rights movement and a lot of other shit. They literally split the country up because they wanted to keep slaves. And it's crazy that me, a 90s baby, have to educate motherfuckers older than me on that. How? Y'all lived through the Clinton and Joe Biden crime bill and all this shit. Y'all lived through all these atrocities. What the fuck is up with your brains? And it's like I tell these people, yo, what are you talking about? The Democrats are part of KKK. Oh, they switched. They switched. You didn't even fucking know the basic history shit that I told you, but now you talking about they switch all this. How they switch? Y'all would Black America vote was sold to the Democrat Party strictly for welfare and a whole bunch of the government fucking benefits that ruined the fucking Black family and Black people's lives. They were doing much better. Go look up the numbers and all that shit before Black people got on welfare under Democrats. It was a father in the home. It was just everything was better financially and everything. More business, more everything. They traded that in for a fucking monthly handout of groceries and a little bit of money. But not only that, you had to make sure it wasn't no fucking dude in your house. Because you couldn't get any of that shit if you had a boyfriend or a husband staying in the house. And Black people just aren't honest about that shit, man. We've been sold out for handouts. That's the only reason people vote overwhelmingly, Black people vote overwhelmingly Democrat. It's basically for benefits. Came because you fucking like these people. They had you as slaves at one point and didn't even want you to fucking sit in restaurants with them, go to schools with them. It's just so sad to me that Black people gave up manifesting their own destiny for shit like food stamps and weak welfare. I can make my own fucking money. Create an economy where I can go get my own money. I won't complain. You're a victim at that point. If you don't want to get off your ass and go build nothing, get no money for yourself with every tool that you're available, you're a fucking lazy bum. And you don't deserve shit in life. But now we have a shit economy and everything is fucked up. So people that were doing shit the right way are getting punished for it. Because we allow these fucking anti-American, anti-human, pedocrat party motherfuckers to hijack America and open it up for everybody else except Americans. If you go back and watch this stream right here, I just covered not so long ago, the numbers. It's been more homeless people created since Biden took office than there has ever fucking been in America. And you ask yourself, how are so many homeless people being created? How are so many people losing out of houses when we're inviting criminals we don't know across the fucking border and giving them iPhones, thousands of dollars in free rent? These people get 2 years of free rent? How? Where are they renting the places at? I thought it wasn't no houses, nothing available for nobody. And for me to see homeless veterans that the military made mentally ill sleeping on the fucking streets like animals, when criminals who got kicked out of their own fucking country come here and live like kings, get handed thousands of dollars, new iPhones and all the other shit. What? That shit is disgusting as fuck. I wish I was in government right now. If I was in Congress, I would never stop talking about it. Every day I'd be up there in front of the White House or whatever. Man, they would get tired of fucking seeing me. No fucking way we taking care of people like that when actually native-born Americans are suffering, sleeping in shit on sidewalks. Like, this shit is fucking disgusting, man. The shit that Democrats are doing, nobody should ever fucking, it should be centuries before they get voted for. It should be centuries before a motherfucker even mention a Democrat name and voting anything. Motherfuckers, oh, I like America. Man, what do you mean you like America? You vote for people who fucking hate the country. And you got pieces of shit, retards like this Mark Hamill dude that ruined Star Wars. Oh, I make it my duty to oppose Trump because I love my country. You don't fucking love your country. You love pedophile Hollywood. Pedophilia Hollywood. That's what you love, bitch. You don't love America. If you loved America, you would have a problem with this type of shit. 222 migrants charged with citing. You have a problem with this type of shit.
Every single day against crooked prosecutors and judges that hate our country. There's something wrong with them. It's so bad what's going on.
Hate our country.
But we're fighting and we're winning and we're going to take our country back. These
Damn right.
fascists and communists and people that you would have never thought we'd have to worry about, but you have to worry now because they're destroying our country. Millions of people are being allowed in. Many from jails and prisons, many from mental institutions, from insane asylums. They're coming in. You have terrorists pouring in at levels that we've never seen before. This is the worst president, Joe Biden. I call him Crooked Joe Biden because he's as crooked as a $3 bill. He's allowing this to happen. He's allowing it to destroy our country, and we're going to stop it. November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country.
Facts.
It's election day, November 5th. It's going to be 7 months. It's going to be the most important day in the history of our country. We're going to take back our country. We're going to make America great again. Anything you can do to help, $5, $10, $25, $100, whatever you can do, we're going to make it. We're going to use that money well, and we're going to win because we're dealing against some very sick and corrupt people. So we're going to win. We're going to make America great again, greater than ever before. Thank you.
You damn right. President Trump. And I've been donating because the little money that I donate to save my country, it means nothing. Once the economy gets back on track, I'll be able to make all my money back. Like I was on a good start. I'm a small business owner. I was doing good retail drop shipping online, building a site and all that. Biden come in and fucks my whole everything up for me. Completely destroyed my small business. Like I'm trying to do other things now that bring in some of the income. I'm trying to build up my channels and do a whole bunch of other stuff, but I had a plan. And it's crazy that when your plan gets fucked over by something you can't even control. Like who's president? comes in and wrecks the whole fucking economy. When you have a small business like I do or like anybody else does, it requires people to have money to be able to spend with you. When nobody has money to spend, I'm going to be the last fucking people that they come to trying to spend anything if I'm not selling anything essential. And even though some of the stuff I might deem essential, I was selling a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of products online, which aren't necessarily essential. So you know how that was going to affect my business. You have to have something that's recession proof, something that's going to keep getting bought regardless of what situation the country's in. And I just didn't have one of those. So my business was basically just fucking destroyed. Because like I said, when nobody has money to spend with you, how is your business making money? These people know this. Oh, Joe Biden, I came in this and that. Bro, we lost 1.78 million jobs in the last 4 months. And replaced it with around 400-something thousand part-time jobs for Americans. Those were American jobs lost. While illegals gained around 1 million jobs. You don't have to listen to me to take my word for shit. You can go look it up yourself. Because like I tell people, don't even take what I say on face value. Go look it up. That's how sourcing works. You hear something? I want to know if that's true or not. You go look it up. Find out what's going on with that. You don't have to listen to me, man. These are facts. Go look them up yourself. I recommend people go look it up for themselves and listen to me anyway.
A big update on the migrants arrested after storming the border and pummeling National Guard troops on the way, as more than 220 of them are now charged with inciting a riot. Overnight, Governor Abbott reacting, tweeting in part, quote, ICE confirmed it is getting custody of all those charged with rushing the border and will start deportation proceedings against them. Awesome. Send them and we'll send them back.
Yeah, get them the fuck out of here. Because if they can attack border patrol like that to get into the country, they have no problem attacking people on the streets or people in stores. They might feel like, hey, they might walk into a fucking Best Buy after Joe Biden gives them a ticket in Miami or wherever they want to go. They might walk into Best Buy and be like, damn, look at these iPhones and PlayStations. I don't want them. You think they're going to take no for a fucking answer from some kid that's 20 years old just working at Best Buy trying to put a little money in his pocket? Fuck no. They might slam his head through the glass and get them laptops. Like, man, send them people the fuck back. They have no respect for authority. And if they rush people at the border that have assault rifles and pistols on them, they have no problem doing any other crime in this country. I'm telling you right now.
Chuck DeVore is Vice President of the Texas Public Policy Foundation, joins us now. Chuck, what was the problem on Easter? They didn't like the paperwork, so they were threatening to let them out on their own recognizance?
Well, evidently the paperwork wasn't processed quickly enough for the liking of the judge, which, of course, is a principle in U.S. jurisprudence, right? But you would have expected that the district attorneys, deputy DAs would have worked over Easter to process the paperwork to meet the judge's requirement. So, yeah, we almost had a pretty big slip up here with a bunch of people getting away.
All right, good. So let's hope it ends up working out. El Paso County Court of Migrants returned to ICE custody obtained by the New York Post. Quote, all individuals allegedly involved in the March 21st border breach and federal detainers filed by Immigration and Customs Enforcement to have them returned to custody once released from state custody. All right, good. So next, in New Orleans, they start talking again about SB 4 and deliberating on whether Texas can do this on their own border. What is the time frame? How many days of arguments will we see? When can we find out if you guys can implement this law?
Well, a very complex case, a lot of back and forth, of course.
I get the focus on Texas, man, because you get a lot of people coming in there. But I just don't like how there's not a lot of coverage on the California and Arizona borders either. Because I know a lot of people, if, you know, these mules, I'm pretty sure the cartel are using mules to move these people too to getting paid and all this other stuff. So these people, I'm pretty sure aren't stupid. They know it's a lot of attention on the Texas border. I'm pretty sure they're moving more people through Arizona and California. You know, California's, that shit is lefty loony land. So they doing whatever the fuck they want to do out there. It ain't, California has no borders right now. Like fucking sea monsters can come out the fucking Pacific Ocean right now and come straight into California with no problem. Hell, they might get an iPhone and some fucking some money to go along with it.
The Fifth Circuit. I'd imagine you're going to see something definitive within a month. And of course, it will be immediately appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. And who knows whether or not there's going to be a final determination before the election in November. The bottom line is that Texas is asserting traditional powers that states have, state sovereignty to protect the health and welfare of their citizens. And so Governor Greg Abbott is merely doing what governors have done in the past in Texas and other states.
That's the argument, and let's hope this judge, normally a conservative court, while they argue and deliberate, will allow you implement this law.
But I think it's kind of backfiring a little bit with Abbott, because he's sending all these people to these Democrat shitholes, and they're still being counted in the census. So it's giving Democrats more seats in the House, unintentionally. So I don't, as much as I love to see Democrats get what they want, because that's the best thing to give them is what they fucking want. Because they don't understand how self-destructive it is, their policies and the shit they want actually is. So that's why I'm glad they've gotten some of the stuff they had gotten, because it showed their ass how crazy they look. But I don't think this is something. I don't think this is a real got you moment. Because if they gain more seats in the House, America is on fast track to a one party rule. And could you imagine America just being ran by Democrats? I wouldn't fucking be here anymore. I'm not sure about nobody else, but I would get my passport and get the fuck out of here. I can't live under a Democrat ran America for longer than I fucking have already. We live under it 3 years, and it's felt like we've been under this shit now for like a fucking couple decades. That's how that shit wears on the brain and everything. It's just everything is stress, high stress level. Everything. No matter if you go to work, hell, you understand. You got to do more work. And they want to, see what Biden do, they play the long game and they play the mental game. Hey, we fucking ruined the economy. We shut everything down. See, all this shit was pre-planned, man. They shut everything down, ruined the economy, ruined these jobs and businesses. They're going to have to rehire again. Some people are not going to want to go back to work because they've been spoiled with all this money that they've gotten. So now you got people, and they know how to scam now through all the COVID shit. So you got people that don't want to go back to work, and that's good for them. We could bring in migrants, fill out those positions, get more votes, and everything. They play for the long game, and people don't really pay attention to that. Like, just look at everything. You can't just jump on each thing they do. Look at it take a bigger picture at the shit they're doing and put it all together. This shit is pre-planned, and I think it's working in their favor right now. Because if they get more seats in Democrat fucking held places, who you think gonna get them seats? Damn sure not gonna be no conservatives or no Republicans, unless you're a uniparty shield. So I'm not sure if this stuff is actually good, but who knows? I just know we gotta get these people the fuck out of office come November. You just gotta get them out. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. America won't fucking survive under Democrat leadership, and the rest of the world obviously won't either, since this war is popping up in every fucking country now. And it's funny because it seemed like criminals felt the most boldest they have ever been under Joe Biden. Pretty weird. Like, criminals just feel like they could just fucking do anything right now. Armed citizens want to take back the streets of Connecticut. They're going to have to. Connecticut woke as fuck. Super woke. Has no comments on Chinese nationalists arrested for trespassing at their military base. Oh, of course you're not.
A Chinese national was arrested for trespassing on a California naval base. Does this speak to larger concerns that the White House has about possible Chinese spying, national security, and what are you doing about this?
So look, we take those types of incidents very seriously. I can't speak to case by case, but
I'm not even listening to that bitch, bro. I have no. Like, I can't listen to that bitch no more. She passed. I'm past that shit where I can't listen to that garbage no more. Just sit here. When you sit here and listen to somebody just constantly lie for 3 fucking years like that, I'm disgusted. I have no tolerance for that shit. No tolerance to listen to that bitch. Did Diddy snitch to the feds? Diddy was a federal informant, apparently. Oh, Jon Stewart caught a hissy fit.
Oh, no, we're embarrassed. We screwed up.
When does he not have a fucking hissy fit? Lunatic liberal.
You ever inflate your estimated home values?
Man. No, I don't know, yo.
You ever inflate your estimated home values while sniffing glue?
Oh, there's some weird there, man.
Is Trump hiding in the bushes there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. What? Red team go. Red team go.
Fucking maniac.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Extremely intelligent and smart person, Jon Stewart. He's so smart. He's so funny. That's why so many people watch his show. Truly, I mean, really, it's why they had to bring him back in to save the show after 20 years. And he's just such a successful guy, such an intelligent person. He is now demanding that the city of New York look into shady real estate transactions for people defrauding the city of tax money.
Canadians are so vulgar. How is he not this mad about overvaluations in the real world? Because they are not victimless crimes. First, the banks got paid back at lower interest rates, although, to be honest, who gives a But second, money isn't infinite. A loan that goes to the liar doesn't go to someone who's giving a more honest evaluation. So the system becomes incentivized for corruption. And this is part of a different Trump fraud case, but avoiding taxes hurts all of us.
Oh, wow, John. You've made just a great point there. That when you avoid paying the actual value of the property in a sale or in taxes, you're defrauding everyone, and you're defrauding the banking system and the tax collectors and the society that you're a part of. Great point, John. Curious, however, does this apply to you? You greedy son of a who overvalued your New York City home by 829% after slamming Donald Trump case as not victimless? What's going on here?
Hey, yo, I ain't even gonna lie. This shit is great right here for me to see. Because these people really come out here bold as fuck. Just disrespecting President Trump. Just talking down on him so hard about, oh, he's dirty, this, corrupt, that, filthy, this. But they have actually did the same exact fucking thing. And I don't know what goes on these people's head if they think that this shit wouldn't get out, or they might have forgot that they did shady, corrupt shit like this. But, man, isn't this the pot calling the kettle black? I love it.
Jon Stewart benefiting by an 829% overvalue of his New York City home, even as he labels Trump's civil fraud case not victimless. Turns out the guy that bought Jon Stewart's home lost out. Multi-millions defrauded from Jon Stewart, and then Jon Stewart wasn't even paying remotely close to the actual tax valuation of his apartment. Let's read. Comedian Jon Stewart ranted this week about Donald Trump's civil fraud case overvaluing his properties. Yet when it came to his own house, Stewart benefited from a similar situation. On Monday night, Stewart, 61, unpacked Trump's $500 million bond, calling out experts framing the former president's New York civil case as not causing direct harm. The Daily Show host rolled out a clip of CNN interviewing Kevin O'Leary. We've played you that clip before. Everything that you just listed off is done by real estate developers everywhere on earth in every city, says O'Leary. In response, Stewart asked, how is he not mad about overvaluations in the real world? Because they are not victimless crimes. Oh, okay, well, let's keep reading. To further his point, Stewart argued that money isn't infinite and that a loan that goes to the liar doesn't go to somebody giving a more honest valuation. Stewart also contended that failing to declare a higher market value for a property while paying taxes based on lower asset value constitutes fraudulent behavior. Let's go to now Tribeca. Stewart's 6,000 square foot duplex that he sold in 2024 for $17 million. Interesting. Looks like you can actually look through Jon Stewart's Tribeca little penthouse here. It didn't take long for internet sleuths to look into Stewart's own property history, which shows that New York City penthouse sold for 829% more than its assessed value, records confirmed by the Post.
Wow.
So, Jon Stewart.
This dude shitted the hell out of the person he sold that property to. If I would have turned around and found it out, I would sue that bitch into oblivion. Shit, I'd sue him so fucking bad, I might be the host of his show. I'm telling you.
Was able to sell his little penthouse here for $17 million. But according to the 2023-2024 assessor records obtained by the Post, the property had an estimate value of only $1.8 million. Wow, that's interesting. They even have the documents to back it up. The actual assessor valuation was even lower at $800,000. Records show that Stewart paid significantly lower taxes, which were calculated based on an assessed valuation price, precisely what he called Trump out for doing in his Monday monologue. Amazing how this always works. The iron law of wokeism. Accuse your enemies of doing exactly what you are guilty of. The person who purchased the penthouse from Stewart has resold it at a 26% loss. So the guy lost $5 million in the deal. Tim Pool, political commentator, alleged on X that Stewart was being a hypocrite. Did Jon Stewart commit fraud when he sold his penthouse for $17 million? New York listed as 1.8. Who did he defraud? I am shocked. Shocked. Yeah. Other people also calling out Jon Stewart, leading to Jon Stewart to have a meltdown on social media. This is amazing. This is incredible. And we'll get to the comments on this in just a second.
Look at this fucking chump bastard. He says, OMG, I've been caught doing something not remotely similar to Trump. I guess all I need to do now is start a fraud collar, steal classified docs, bankrupt casinos, pay hush money, grab pussy, discriminate in housing, and cheat at golf and foment insurrection, and you'll revere me. What a fucking pussy. Oh, excuse me, I'm on YouTube. What a vagina. Like, this dude's a fucking clown. He gets caught and try to name all this other weird shit about Trump. Like, bro, you been caught being a fucking hypocrite clown. Like, what a piece of shit, man. These people aren't real.
OMG, I've just been caught doing something not remotely similar to Trump. I guess all I need to do now is start a fraud college, steal classified documents, bankrupt casino, pay hush money, grab P-word, disseminate Hey,
hold up. He said grab pussies in here. I should be able to use that word.
discriminate in housing, cheat at golf, and foment an insurrection, and you'll revere me. Oh man. There he is. So he's broken. So he broke.
Basically.
Very interesting. People are calling on Letitia James now to arrest Jon Stewart. Now, this is amazing. So check out the ratio on this one. So he's got ratioed here. Nuked. Okay, so it's 8,000 reposts and 22,000 likes. So all he did was scream about generally the fake crimes or whatever that they want to smear Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think Benny got it wrong here. It's 22,000 likes. He actually got 59,000 likes, but we all know those are fucking leftist lunatics that like that shit. Nobody, all the people who like that shit hate Trump. Like, Jon Stewart is still a fucking vagina.
Trump with admitting that he did do this? I mean, because the documents are pretty plain and clear. You didn't pay your fair share of taxes. Another smug hypocrite with no values. Is this you? Says Jack Posobiec. Actually, your estimates were...
Hey, Cat Turner got what?
Actually, your estimates were far more distorted.
Cat Turner got 39,000 likes on that shit. Unfunny hypocrite thief says what? Hey, that's exactly what he is, because I can't tell you one time I laughed at the bastard. He's really not funny. He must be only funny to pedophiles.
You didn't pay your fair share of taxes. Another smug hypocrite with no values. Is this you? Says Jack Posobiec. Actually, your estimates were far more distorted than Donald Trump. Congratulations, you hypocrite. MAGA doesn't care that you made more money. We care that you are a hypocrite. Rules for thee. We get it, John. It's different with the Democrat. Yeah, it's different. Democrat.
Great comment. Great comment.
Really? You're a professional comedian, and this is your response? You should have stayed retired. Community note. Your whole life is a fraud. That's right. Donald Trump did actually at one point tweet, I promise you that I'm much smarter than Jon Stewart of The Daily Show, who is, by the way, totally overrated. Ooh.
Oh, that comes
Ladies
from
and
Donald
gentlemen.
Trump real account.
So Jon Stewart, big mad. Jon Stewart, big mad. I'm smarter than John Leibovitz or Jon Stewart of The Daily Show. Big mad. You don't pay your fair share of taxes. Another smug hypocrite. My brother, you sold a property New York valued at 1.8 to somebody for 17 million, and they lost 4 million because of it. You paid taxes on a valuation of 700,000. When it came time to pay taxes, he undervalued his property. Wow. Well, very,
That's
very
crazy.
interesting. Wow. The victim lost around $4 million on the deal, according to the Post. So yeah, the victim lost 20%. Isn't that amazing? And isn't it incredible the lack of self-awareness for these people? That Jon Stewart, knowing that he's guilty of the exact same crime, is able to go do monologues like this. And nobody stops him.
I tell you what, that's one bold bitch. To know you a criminal bastard yourself, and to sit here and try to point fingers at somebody else, boy, you one bold. Hey, like they say in the country, that's one bold biscuit.
Arrest Jon Stewart. Oh, man. Hey, Jon Stewart, when will you volunteer to plead guilty and pay the difference in the taxes? Or has this jogged your memory the fact that the assessed value for taxes are almost universally lower than the sale prices pretty much everywhere on Earth? Looking forward to your apology. Mark Levin has been going in hard on this. Caught red-handed. You make a dumbass argument. According to you...
Hey, yo, can I just say I love Mark Levin. He be giving their ass hell on here. And he not holding no punches.
You are a liar, a fraud, a hypocrite, and you're arrogant about it. Sound familiar, Johnny? And, of course, the law should be applied equally. Didn't you say that, too? So Letitia James would investigate you and your taxes in your state, apply the same law that she dusted off against Trump, and shove it up your ass, clown.
Hey.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in 90 seconds?
Hey, one of the greatest conservative mouths on Twitter. He don't give a fuck, and I don't either.
Ah, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Why is Jon Stewart not funny anymore? Was Jon Stewart ever funny? I don't know. I guess he had his moments.
And you know what's crazy, man? I actually, all the weird shit Democrats are trying to push, I was always against it, but I wasn't, like, disrespectful or non-tolerant. They made me non-tolerant over the years of being fucking called homophobic for shit that I wasn't even, like, being disrespectful about. Motherfuckers calling me a cis man. And I've been called a cis man for, like, the last 3 years online, on top of a whole bunch of other weird shit. Just completely disrespected by these fucking lunatic maniacs. And maybe if they went about shit a nicer way, they wouldn't have so much, like, disdain towards them. But these people were emboldened by Obama and all these fucking lunatic leftists, man, to disrespect regular people. And I like calling me cis, calling me all this weird shit, disrespecting me at every turn. Anytime your opinion doesn't, like, align with theirs, they just come out straight disrespect, name calling, putting all other type of homophobic, like, bro, imagine me being scared of gay people. I have gay friends. I have gay family members. None of that shit ever bothers me. I don't look at them any different from no fucking body else. Now, if they want to act like they special and want special treatment and all the other shit from everybody else, then I'm gonna say something about it. But we all on the playing field together. Nothing is fair. But to think that you should get special treatment because of something that's a choice is insane to me. All that shit is a choice. You can wake up one day and you can feel however you want to feel inside. Like, that's what these bisexual people, like, you can literally wake up one day and decide if you want to be with men or women. Now, if you had sex with a man or any of that, you're considered gay to me. I don't care how many women you sleep with after that. You're gonna always be gay to me. But, like, it's a choice on who you want to wake up and be with and all this other shit. So that's not really oppression. When you born with something that you can't change, you're like, my skin color, I can't change this. I'm gonna get discriminated against it from fucking morons and people who probably just hate themselves. So yeah, people gonna say shit about my skin color, whatever. You know, I get profiled all the time, you know, by police, especially when I go back home and shit like that. Bad area for policing. We got a lot of racist police down there. I get like stereotyped all the time, even though I'm not that type of person. I'm not no Democrat, victimhood, Black American. Just always looking to make excuses. I don't make excuses for shit. Even when I get into some shit with somebody or whatever, it's my fault. I shouldn't have been around this piece of shit person. I should have thought about this shit more. I should have made a lot of choices better that would have prevented me from being in this situation. I take full responsibility and accountability for everything I do in life. And it includes being around people that get me and shit, because I shouldn't be around these type of people. It's signs all around you. People just choose to ignore those signs. But like I said, I get profiled all the time, and the shit is not right. It's disgusting. And I hate this shit. But it's like, what can you do about that type of shit? Other than deal with it as it comes. I'm not going to sit here and, white people are bad and all this bad because I came across a piece of shit motherfucker with a badge. Like, that shit isn't right. But I'm realistic about it. That shit does happen. I get, like, I just went home to visit home. I got stereotyped. Got pulled out the car at 12 o'clock at night because my brother had a flat tire. We put over to check his tire at a gas station because it's tire pop. Fucking police pull up on us 4 or 5 cars deep, doing a whole bunch of weird shit. It's pouring raining. Pulled me out the car, had me standing out in the rain and everything. I could have sat in the car. They didn't want me in the car. Try to have my hands on my lap. They try to make it seem like I might have had a weapon, so they made me get out the car and shit. All this type of stuff. And the shit is not right at all. But I'm not going to generalize everybody into that shit because I'm dealing with piece of shit motherfuckers in my face right now. You know, that type of shit happens, and like I said, it's disgusting and unwarranted. But that's the type of shit that just happens in America, man. It's unfortunate.
Maybe I was just stupid when I was watching a show like a decade ago. But this
not acceptable at all, though. Not acceptable at all.
I think is like quite interesting, and this sort of like spells it all out. Jon Stewart has been bullied by the left into scrapping even remotely even-handed material, sublime national discourse that we have right now. Check this out. This from MSNBC. The Daily Show on Monday night, Jon Stewart didn't quite issue an apology to his many critics. Those critics were upset about Stewart for dangerously and inappropriately perpetuating both sidesism when it came to dragging Joe Biden and Donald Trump in equal measure. we covered.
So they don't even want him criticizing Joe Biden at all. He's supposed to be a staunch fucking Democrat mouthpiece. Just attack Trump. Don't mention nothing about Biden deteriorating brain. Like, the guy can't even finish a fucking sentence. And he has his hands on the nuke buttons right now. Nobody's concerned.
On this program, Jon Stewart had to return to his show, and they let Jon Stewart like go after Joe Biden, right? He like actually hit Biden, not hard, but he did, right? Like, yeah, we went after Biden, his age, his dementia, and all, you know, and how annoying the guy is, and how bad the guy is at his job. But the absence of any gags about Biden in the most recent episode suggests that Stewart has certainly heard the complaints. It's never a bad thing when influential comedians acknowledge a mistake, even if they do so indirectly. Look at the way that they write. These fucking Marxists, these people. Look at the way that they write. So it was a mistake to make fun of Biden. That's it. They're saying that Jon Stewart, the comedian, needs to be bullied in order to not make fun of Biden. They can't even stand jokes, these people. Do not give these people any charge of your life. Vote them out of office everywhere you go. Leave the cities that they control. Rob them of power. Suck the entire system dry. Okay? They can't. Their comedians can't even make jokes about Joe Biden, who's comedy gold, and they're openly lying to your face. Hypocrite isn't the right word for them. They're simply Marxist scum, and they will not allow the same rules to be applied to them. It's different, right? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want actual truth, and if you want people who are on your side and aren't going to lie to you every single day and aren't going to lose their minds on social media when it's found out that they are liars, I promise you, I'm not doing the stuff that Hunter Biden's doing on his laptop. Let me just tell you, we will happily criticize these people without being morally repugnant ourselves behind the scenes, like Jon Stewart, okay? Like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and stay based. See you.
Yeah, shout out to Benny, man. Great content, as always. Oh, USC play UConn in the Elite Eight? I'm gonna have to catch up on that. I gotta watch the USC and UConn, and I gotta watch that I1 LSU highlights. Cause I see Twitter already in the uproar over that LSU shit. You got Angel Reese trying to talk about how she black and how she sexualized and all this other shit. I seen a million pictures of her in a fucking bikini and all this other shit, taking pictures, sexualizing herself. And when she loses a fucking game, she's sexualized and she's this and that. Like, get the fuck out of here. You've been one of the hottest topics for the longest now. All type of NIL deals getting money. And when these people lose that shit, they a victim. I'm so disgusted. Anybody who does that loses all respect for me. And I might be one person that they don't even fucking know from a hole in the wall. But I don't give a shit. I don't respect nobody who do weird shit like that. Yeah, Anna Kasparian, she definitely been walking away from that crazy loop. She's starting to look better too. Cause she a little cutie, man, but her fucking brain was rotted. Doing all that fucking leftist bullshit she was doing with that TYT. Definitely a gorgeous woman though, but she's like, liberal Democrat women are like, their brains make them fucking ugly. You don't even give a shit about their body once they start talking. As soon as the bitch start talking, you're like, oh God, this bitch a 2 out of 10. Good God, close your mouth. The judge expands partial gag order on Trump. That shit disgusting. Cause Trump is in his 70s, dealing with all this type of shit. You can't tell me that dude isn't one of the strongest fucking people that ever lived in this country. Like, it might be world history at this point. He might be one of the strongest people in world history at his age to be dealing with so much shit. They trying to make dude pay $500 million for a court bond. $500 million. And on top of all these other shit, every day you wake up, you getting charged with something new. Oh, damn. When you got out your limo, we saw you throw that orange juice carton on the ground. Here's a $1 million littering fine. Like, what the fuck? Dude can't even breathe without somebody charging him with some more fake bullshit. Like, it's going to be when Trump went back to presidency, I'm going to party so fucking hard. I might party for a whole week straight on some Party X shit. I'm telling you. America has been fucking, like, kidnapped for the longest, man. It's time to free us, man. It's time to free the country, man. This man is destroying California. Oh yeah, that wage increase gonna definitely put a nail in Gavin Newsom's coffin. Figuratively speaking, of course. Career-wise. So YouTube know exactly what the fuck I'm talking. I'm talking about career. I'm not talking about no violence, no other weird shit. Conservatives don't have to get violence. We win with our brains. We don't have to put our hands on nobody. Father steps in when his daughter's ex tries to storm their home. Is it the one where he killed the kid? UConn goes on 30-0 run versus Illinois. I saw that. That shit was ugly. Illinois got their ass whooped. I don't even know how they got to the Elite Eight. When delusional woke people get owned. Denver begs illegal migrants to get out and go to other liberal cities as they face massive budget cuts. Man, you get what you fucking vote for. Y'all should have made better decisions. Deal with it.
Get ready for some mind-blowing political corruption.
À son Excellence, Monsieur Juan Orlando Hernández Alvarado, Président de la République du Honduras.
This is the two-term president of Honduras. Until recently, he was the darling of Washington for his cooperation in the war on drugs. Support came from both sides of the American political divide, including Presidents Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Mike Pence and Hillary Clinton. It was handshakes and thumbs up all around. A roster of political, military, policing, and diplomatic officials behind Juan Orlando Hernandez. He even visited the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration's headquarters, which is pretty much ground zero in the war on drugs.
I don't hate liberty. I have to watch later. Let me see what the fuck they talking about.
The second American Civil War is going to make the
We're not gonna have no civil war, man. They need to calm that bullshit talk down.
drugs. Hernandez must have been absolutely screaming with laughter inside, because during all that time, for each of those meetings, and long before in fact, he was the most invasive and treacherous narco in the region. A drug kingpin, and a real one too, with a major presence in international trafficking, even in league with El Chapo, the most notorious narco in the world. The Mob reporter here with news of a national president who helped build and protect a key cocaine route, using all the power of the state, its military, police, politicians, and prisons, and how he was finally convicted this month, not in his own country, but in New York City, for paving a cocaine highway to the United States. Let me tell you about it. Juan Orlando.
So you mean to tell me Biden them actually arrested this piece of shit they were working with for this? Amazing. And he was in work with the Clintons? Nasty work.
Hernandez, 55, took the stand in his own defense in a Manhattan courtroom in March 2024. He apparently wore the same suit in the witness box as he did to his second inauguration as president of Honduras. What a fall from grace that symbolizes. But the two are perfectly related. Yes, he was an elected.
Hold up, this dude is rich as hell. He's a president and he's the #1 kingpin drug dealer in Honduras. But he can't buy another fucking suit. He wore the same suit to court. Oh man, you can't make this shit up.
Elected president of Honduras, a Central American country of about 10 million people. But in the vernacular of traditional organized crime, Hernandez was the boss of a crime family. His brother Tony was a congressman, but was also his underboss. The head of the National Police Force was his deadly enforcer. This guy's nickname is El Tigre, meaning the tiger, suggesting the ferociousness of his bite. Geography is what makes Honduras attractive to the cartels. It has ports on the Pacific Ocean on one side and the Caribbean Sea on the other. And it's the midpoint in the journey from Colombia, the major source of cocaine, to Mexico, its primary distributor. When Hernandez took charge of the country, he ensured a massive flow of cocaine to the United States, creating a de facto narco state. That is the cocaine highway prosecutors described to the jury. It's a whole other kind of crazy.
And it's crazy because he had his court hearing last month. Look, the fucking cocaine has a Nike check on it. What is going on? But it's crazy because he was just in court for this last month. Cocaine and a lot of other shit had a crazy explosion in America. I was just watching this documentary thing the other day. They was talking about the difference in drugs right now. They were saying like a kilo of cocaine you can get for like $16,000 right now, but like a pound of weed is like extremely expensive right now. So the less harmful, the more expensive. But cocaine and shit is just super cheap right now. This must be why cocaine is super cheap in America right now. This piece of shit president that, you know, is in bed with Clintons and everybody else.
2 weeks after Hernandez left office, his home was surrounded by local police and U.S. DEA agents who came to arrest him. He was led away in shackles and handcuffs with a bulletproof vest draped around him. He was wanted in the U.S. for massive drug trafficking, for helping 500 tons of cocaine flow north from South America. In Honduras, politics and crime blended seamlessly. And at the former president's trial, the ugly truth of power, corruption, and lies was revealed by former traffickers who helped him. Alexander Ardon was a Honduran narco who worked with Mexico's powerful Sinaloa cartel. He admitted to ordering 56 murders. Ardon testified that he used drug money to buy votes to become mayor and then juggled his municipal duties with murder, drugs, guns, and torture. Here's one of his houses. Not bad for a small-town mayor. Now serving time in prison in the United States, Ardon was a star witness at Hernandez's trial. The jury was shown this photograph of her.
Now, don't get me wrong. All these bastards deserve to be in prison. But isn't it funny how America go to other countries and arrest these criminals and lock them up for shit, but they don't arrest the criminals in our own country? Isn't that shit insane? That shit is hilarious to me. As long as you're an American corrupt official, you can run around this bitch doing whatever you want to do. Look at Gold Bar Menendez. Or a lot of these other clowns like Nancy Pelosi and them, insider trading and shit. You basically selling drugs, bitch. You got the insider information on this. Only thing you gotta do is sell this, get this, and sell this. When it's time to sell this, you got the information on all that. So like, it's just funny to me that they can always go to these other countries and get these criminals, but when it comes to our own fucking country, they do nothing. The American way. The American way.
Hernandez with his arm around the narco during happier times. He said he passed along $1 million to Hernandez from El Chapo himself to help his presidential bid in return for his protection of El Chapo's cartel once Hernandez was elected. In honor of the arrangements, hammered out through the president's brother, Tony, a load of El Chapo's cocaine was embossed with Tony's initials, TH, said Ardon. Here's one of the bricks. Ardon said each of his trucks carried 1,500 kilos of coke across the country, guarded by members of Honduras National Police. Of the 250 tons of coke that he moved, he said, not one brick was stopped during Hernandez's 2 terms as president. Hernandez even had the government pave the roads around Ardon's town to make it easier for the cocaine convoys. Ardon said he asked for one of his narco rivals, a man named Franklin Arita, to be killed. Hernandez assigned the hit to a Honduran police officer identified as Juan Carlos Bonilla Valladares, known as El Tigre. He killed Arita with a bazooka, not long after El Tigre was promoted to head of the National Police. He proved he had the right credentials.
I wouldn't have taken 5 caffeine pills.
Yo. He blew that man up with a fucking bazooka. That's not no shit you see in everyday America.
Their once powerful narco also ratted on Hernandez. Dais Leonel Rivera Maradiaga was leader of the Los Cachiros cartel. He admitted to 78 murders and massive cocaine smuggling. He ran it with his brother, Javier. He said he paid handsomely to the Hernandez family to protect his cocaine empire. Most major narcos in the country did. The trafficker said he moved 130 tons of cocaine with army soldiers and cops escorting his trucks, and sometimes by members of the MS-13 gang. Rivera had trust issues. He secretly videoed.
Man, you see what Trump was mentioning MS-13? Said they making a comeback, they're doing this, they're doing that. Oh, why is he talking about immigrants? Why is he talking about people? They're not criminals. Bitch, MS-13 are criminals. They wanted him to be nice while describing MS-13. How the fuck can you describe them in a nice way? The fuck? Like, so weird, man. So weird.
A meeting he had with Tony inside a Denny's restaurant. You see Tony sitting across from him here. The trafficker said he bribed politicians in all of the country's major parties, including some still in positions of power. The jury was shown a photograph of Hernandez hanging.
I wonder how many of those are Americans. And I really want to find out which one of those are Americans. Do y'all remember when the senator, I forgot his name, but it was a senator not long ago where his family, one of his family cargo ships got caught up in the Pacific with drug trafficking? It was like filled with like cocaine and shit. Or am I the only one to remember that? I'm gonna have to Google that shit because I remember that happening not long ago, just a few years ago. Yeah, I definitely remember that. I can't remember the senator's name.
Hanging out at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa with one of the bosses of the Baji cartel. Rivera said he'd seen that photo before. It was a boss of the Baji who showed it to him. Hernandez suggested his face had been photoshopped. Another witness at the trial was Fabio Lobo. He had a special perspective. He is both the son of Porfirio Lobo, the president of Honduras in power before Hernandez, and also a busy narco. Fabio Lobo admitted his dad was dirty. He said both administrations were built on cocaine. Lobo told the jury he went with Tony Hernandez to a gas station to pick up $4 million in bribe money for the president, all of it in US $100 bills. Lobo was made a judge. Another trial witness was a former deputy commissioner of the Honduran National Police.
All American hundreds. I wonder who sent that to him.
Like the others, he was also a narco. He was using a new name, but is known in his homeland as Mario Mejia Barraga. Early in his policing career, he was caught stealing 143 kilos of coke, but after his jail sentence, he returned to the force and was quickly promoted.
What the fuck? You can steal 140 kilos as a police officer, get a little bit of jail time, you get out, and they put you back on the force? Thank God America don't work like that. What in the fuck, people?
Seems loyalty to the narcos or Hernandez was the best credentials you could have. Barraga said he gave sensitive police information to the narcos and guarded their cocaine convoys, carrying an M16 rifle. He was involved in the killing of an anti-drug prosecutor and in a conspiracy to kill another. His police buddy, who was a cousin of the Hernandez brothers, promised him that the president would protect them. Barraga said once at Tony Hernandez's house he saw bundles of money stacked in a mountain on the floor. It rose as high as his belt. By then it was hard to hide the Hernandez family's drug trafficking. While arresting a sitting head of state seemed beyond the pale, the president's brother Tony was the next best thing. In 2018, while he was visiting Miami, Tony was arrested and charged for cocaine smuggling. Here's Tony being questioned by the DEA when he was directly asked about the bricks of cocaine stamped with his initials.
¿En qué está eso? Eso son un kilo o paquete de...
Juan Orlando Hernandez took the stand in his own defense and denied the accusations. He told jurors he was an honest man who hit the narcos hard, and now they were lying to get their revenge. Outside of the Manhattan courthouse, Honduran expats watched and waited, in protest of their former president, and with hopes of a better future.
Now see, they can stand here in America and do that, and push back on them people, because they know they're protected here. If they was in Honduras, these people would be slaughtered for this. So for all the people who fucking hate America and got a problem with America, you could easily be like Honduras. And that's what people people seem to forget every day, because they've been in such a protected place for so fucking long. You could easily be a third world country where you're not even able to disagree with a motherfucker without getting your head blown off. But because you are an American, you have certain safety things in place that keep you safe, allow you to speak your truth, and allow you to protest shit you don't like. But the more these Democrat, pedocrat motherfuckers push towards authoritarianism, communism, and socialism, the more we lose all that. That's why you have so many refugees from other countries that fled fascism, socialism, and communism that come here. They're terrified right now. I see interviews and videos of them all the time saying, man, why is America going in that direction? I just left from that shit. We don't want that. That's why I came here. And they got to sit on TV and watch fucking Joe Dementia Brain Biden and the rest of these pedocrat party motherfuckers turn America communist right in front of their eyes. Like, this dude has on a Honduras jersey. I'm pretty sure he'd rather be home right now in his country that he loves. But it doesn't, he's not allowed to be him there. So he came to America. That's why all these people that just hate America so much, leave, get the fuck out. You don't leave, but we're not changing it for people that fucking hate it. We're not gonna go third world country because you don't fucking like it. Get the fuck out. I was born here. My parents from here, my grandparents from here, great grandparents from here, their parents from here, their parents from here, their parents from here. I'm from this fucking land. This shit ain't, every country you can point to around the world was built off of conflict, wars, battles, slavery. Because that's what happened to people who lost in wars. You were enslaved. America's so caught up on that shit, even though we got into such a better place. We've gotten to such a better place. Even when I was growing up, I had the typical Democrat brain growing up. everything white person said to me racist. I don't like it. Racist, 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 racist. It took my grandma, who was born in the 30s, to tell me like, no, baby, this not racism. You living in a way better time now. And I still didn't want to hear it then. It took me getting older to be like, man, my grandma was right. I had all the opportunity and everything. It was the decisions I made that played part in everything bad that happened to me. And I'm glad I was able, before my grandma passed away, because I was raised by my grandparents, I'm glad I was able to tell my grandma, like, yeah, you were right about everything. I'm sorry. I should have listened. I'm glad I got to actually tell her that before she passed away, because everything she told me was right. I was just being fucking hard-headed. My grandma was born in 35. She lived through civil rights. She lived through all that. My grandma was a kid picking tobacco and cotton for money. She seen all of it come and go. And she tell me, no, baby, racism is not like it used to be. You in a good place now. And some of us that don't even know what that bad place was because we didn't experience it, we weren't born back then. We still think we stuck in the place because it's shit that we just don't agree with or don't like. No, that's not how it works, man. America was in a really good place before Biden and all these fucking communist bastards start running their mouth and spreading their lies across the internet and everywhere else and using social media to do it. We were in a very good place. But it's sad to see we moving back in time. And like I said, it's pushing us back to a time a lot of us didn't experience. We don't know how the civil rights era was. We can see videos, we can see a little documentary, we can read stories, but you have to experience stuff like that firsthand. And I don't think that the people these days will be able to handle that type of environment and atmosphere. And I don't even want to go back there. Because I got love for everybody except people that hate. I don't like people that hate people for no reason. So I hate the bad guys, and I'm proud to say it. I'm not perfect. I'm not God. I can't forgive everybody. And I unfortunately, I do hate, but I make sure it's the right people to hate. And that's people that hate me, people that hate my country, people that hate God, and people just hate other people for no fucking reason. I hate you. I hate those type of people. And I'm not like, I don't feel no type of way admitting that. I have no problem admitting that. Only people that have a problem admitting shit like that is just dishonest people. That's not me.
When he was found guilty on all charges, they celebrated a rare win. Political corruption at the high levels rarely gets punished like it should.
Facts.
Now he faces a minimum prison sentence of 40 years and a maximum of life. Meanwhile, in Honduras, Hernandez's wife, Ana Garcia Carrillas, announced her plan to run for president in the country's 2025 election. Please give this video a like and leave a comment to juice the algorithm of election.
Hold up, so guy gets busted being the most corrupt motherfucker ever. And now his wife says she's gonna run for president. The fix must be in. Because there ain't no way I would allow that type of shit. She knew everything that this man was doing, spending the money, doing all that. So I'm pretty sure she's a narco herself. Wow, that's crazy that we just came across this video like this. I haven't seen any type of information or anything about this. And this dude was just in New York courts last month for these charges. I haven't heard any coverage over this. It must be somebody involved.
I don't hate.
Look, somebody done made a video about that woman getting punched in the mouth.
The average American wastes over $1,000 at the dentist every year, even if they don't.
I don't hate liberals. I feel sad for them that they're mentally challenged.
Facts. Facts. And that's how I feel for them. I feel sad for them because they're not all the way there.
Why would God equip the average woman to be smarter than men? Do you think it's just for homeschooling their children?
Again, the claim that you made at first, which is that men and women have bell curves, the men's bell curve being wider than the woman's, would not imply that the average woman is smarter than the average man.
Oh, no.
It would line them up exactly.
The curve itself implies or actually indicates that
no, it would
on
just
average...
be the extremes.
No,
right,
no. If you actually look at the curves at the top, it's women taller than the men's curve.
But the IQ of the curve would be on the x-axis, right? That's where you get the extremes. So I think.
So are you disputing that on average women are more intelligent than men?
As would Larry Summers, as would the people who have studied this.
Discount Mia Khalifa's back again, showing what a genius she is. She brings a graph that she can't even read or understand.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Professionally. Feminist, and I don't
Okay,
hate
so
men.
you are a self-described feminist. What is a woman?
Why do you want to know?
I'm infinitely curious.
What's a man?
You're looking at one.
Why do you think that that's important to you, what a man and a woman is?
So
Do you
you
treat men
can't-
and women?
Why the fuck is that not important? These people are fucking lunatics. It's important because that is how humans remain a civilization. That's how we reproduce. I don't give a fuck what type of weird computer and what lab shit y'all got going on now, where women can just go get sperm from other men, which still comes from fucking men, by the way. Where else would sperm come from if not from men? Like, how the fuck do they hijack these people's brains so fucking hard? How? They must have perfected MK Ultra.
Women differently?
Well, it depends in what context, though. Politically, no. Under the law, no. Should they be treated differently in societal customs and norms? Yes.
Why?
Like, we should open doors for women. We should honor and protect women.
I want
and-
to honor and protect you, man.
Okay.
I want to honor and protect you, man. Okay. It's cool. I open the doors for women. I don't let women pump gas if I'm in the car. It's just certain shit that you just allow women to be women, man. Allow women to live in their soft femininity. Now, you do got some women that want to be rough and tough, and hey, go at it. You have that choice. Go at it. If you want to run with the boys and stuff, go at it. There's no problem with that. But to try to change these societal norms that fit their lunacy is weird shit. We don't change society because you feel some type of way for yourself. No. You can change your perspective on how you live your life all you want to. Nobody has a problem with that, people. But when you try to change the societal structure for your mental illness, it's just not going to fucking happen, man. Nobody's going to allow that to happen. And it shouldn't happen.
Great,
Do you
thank
not
you.
honor and
Women are
protect
worthy
it?
of protection. Can you tell me what a woman is since you're a feminist?
You're saying these things because you're trying to get a gotcha.
You're
okay,
a feminist. Shouldn't you be able to tell me what a
Saying that we need to protect women is a gotcha moment? What the fuck? Like, what in the actual fuck?
woman is?
I'm a feminist.
Isn't that probably
because-
important to feminism? What is the woman that you're trying to advance and protect?
Bruh.
Isn't that
This is so
integral to?
funny.
Is that the whole feminist project? The war
Asking
against.
what a woman is the only way that you can get a
Well,
gotcha over everybody else. Why is it so important to you to define things in certain categories? How does that help your day-to-day life? Like
What other categories in the human species are there besides male and female?
Well, I just think that categorization is usually unhelpful when we're trying to improve society, right?
I have XY chromosomes.
Okay.
Can I give birth?
I just feel like I just lost like 2 or 3 fucking brain cells even listening to this fucking chick. What the fuck is she talking about, man? So making the whole world mentally ill helps society? What the fuck? Somebody pinch me. What the fuck type of nightmare is this we can't fucking wake up from?
No, you can't.
Oh my God.
That's why categorization matters.
I mean, can you really call yourself a feminist if you're fighting to make changes that are there to protect women? And also, you can't even define what a woman is. That just makes you a complete donut, not a feminist.
A woman is anyone that identifies as a woman. Simple as that. I think a woman is like, if you identify as a woman, if you want to be a woman, then you're a woman.
Are there any innate differences between men and women today?
I don't know how to answer that question, actually.
What's a woman?
I don't think there's an easy definition for what a woman is. As long as she's identifying as a woman.
A woman is anyone who identifies themselves as a woman.
Well, I'm a woman right now. Do I look like one? Did anything change on me? Do I have breasts? Where's my vagina? Damn it. So I'm guessing just saying you're a woman doesn't work. You fucking lunatics.
Who you identify as.
If you
Shit is
identify as a
not
woman
real.
and you feel that like in your soul and in your mind you're a woman, then that makes you a woman.
Someone who has decided that they feel like a woman.
What does being a woman mean to you?
Be careful. Hey, JoJo, be careful. They're not legit. What is your news organization?
You don't think we're legit?
You're not legit because you're not asking them the questions they like to be asked. That logic is so dog shit.
Just checking. I don't want to get like.
Yeah, be careful. One of the most basic questions in human history might be a trick question that might get you cancelled and removed from the WhatsApp group.
You say that people complain so much, but if people didn't complain in those days and fight for people's rights and fight for feminism, which is just equality for women, then you wouldn't be on the stage today and I wouldn't be here asking.
What the fuck is this? Oh God, I stopped myself from hitting it with the B word. What is this young scholar talking about? Feminism is not fucking equality. Feminism is fuck men. I want my heel on their neck or a boot, whatever the fuck the bitch want to wear. They just hate men. Feminism is the hatred of men. That's why you got all these feminists online talking about how women are so much better off without men. I actually seen somebody tweet that fucking men should leave the planet. Why? So you women could last not even 50 fucking years till the whole planet is extinct? Like, I'm not even sure the last 50. Because the whole infrastructure would collapse within a year. Because they're going to be arguing over who the fuck is doing the real jobs. Who's doing the jobs nobody wants to do. Who's doing the fucking sewer jobs. Who's doing the water jobs, the electric jobs. Who's doing all this other shit. Who's going to be at the oil sites drilling the oil. Who's going to be doing all that shit? They're going to be too busy arguing and pointing fingers at who the fuck to go do that. When men don't complain about that shit, we get the fuck up every day and we go do the jobs that nobody wants to do. We go do the jobs that's demanding and that's hard on your fucking body. Like when I was helping build the Tappan Zee Bridge in the new Yankee Stadium, when I was working at Unistress in Massachusetts. Like we go do them fucking hard jobs for you to sit in the stands and eat popcorn with your kids and enjoy the game and all this other shit. We the ones who sat out there in the pouring fucking rain working with power drills and all this other shit. Possibly get electrocuted. Fucking you could get cancer, OSHA shit. Like we doing cement, we building cement pieces inside out. Parking decks, buildings, all type of shit. We the ones who do that shit nobody want to do. I didn't see any women there. I wonder why is that? Because there's a high chance of you dying, getting hurt, or catching cancer? For people's enjoyment? For you to sit in the crowd with your grandpa and your grandma and your kids and all that? Seeing your favorite baseball players? Or for you to ride across this bridge that gets you to work every day possibly? Like, we had to do that shit. I stood out there in the pouring fucking rain working with power drills and a whole bunch of shit. Like, man, like, it's just so crazy that the respect that men don't get for the shit people don't see. Without men, this shit would be nothing. And they know that. But like I said, it's kind of like what I said earlier with people that live in America. They've been in such a safe place for so long, they actually get the fucking nerve to speak out and try to act like they have something to complain about or to fucking change. You sitting up here with your nice iPhone on, going to school and all this shit. How? I'm pretty sure because your dad worked hard for you to be able to be there. Like, this shit is just... The lack of respect that men get these days, I have no tolerance for. Like, you can go on my Twitter. I use bitch a lot. I use all that shit because I've lost respect. And it's sad. I would have never just been talking to people like this, but I'm sick of it. I'm fed up with this shit. We get disrespected 24/7. Like I said, I get called fucking cis man, all this other weird shit. Bitch, I lived my whole life and never been called that. Why am I going to decide to get called that now? It's derogatory. It's a disrespectful term to me. It's like calling me a bitch. When you call me any of these weird fucking words, cis man, all that, it's just like calling me a bitch. So if you don't want to disrespect me, don't call me none of this weird, crazy shit y'all got going on. Like, they have attacked men so hard. We have young men that don't even want to be men now. They rather be women. You got a lot of these men these days, they rather be women. Women get all the praise. Women get all the jobs, all the positions now. Women get elected in these positions of power now. Women get everything. But men get shit on constantly, 24/7 around the clock. And that's completely fine. To the point to where men don't even want to be men no more. They want to be women. How fucking disgusting is that?
asking you this question. And so if people aren't complaining, as you say, and fighting for rights, then nothing would happen. So how can you reconcile these differences?
Yeah, so first I want to say I understand your sentiment, because when I was your age, I thought the same thing, that feminism is just about equality. One of the brilliant things that the left does is they repackage words. It's clearly not feminism anymore. It's designed to actually rip apart women and men, to make women paranoid about men all the time. And every industry is controlled by a man, and to make being on your own, I want to do all by myself, aspirational, right? It's about all my single ladies, who needs a man. So just because you're using the word feminism, it doesn't mean that it is feminism.
People didn't complain as much, they actually acted and they did shit. And I don't know what you're complaining about nowadays, because you've got as many rights as men do. You can go and do the same job, you can open the same business, you can drive the same car, you can do...
But not only that, but women have a clear path to financial success that a lot of men don't have, without getting their fucking hands dirty. See, a lot of these like talk shows, all these places like The View and all that, the women get paid millions of dollars just to run their fucking mouth now on TV, podcasts, whatever. They just, whatever, OnlyFans now, they just get paid money just to be them. Just for being a woman, they get rewarded. We don't get rewarded with shit unless we provide something of value. And even though you could be a high value man, you just need that boost, you just need that kick. You have a lot of men that's just unmotivated. Because being a man is so hard, you can't have any emotions. You can't be depressed. You can't feel down or none of that shit. What they tell you? Suck it up. Be tough. Nah. Like, I make sure I ask my kids, what's wrong? What's going on? My son's not, what's going on? Because our feelings matter just as much. If women want equality, why don't our feelings matter as much as theirs? Why can't we be emotional like them? You don't want to be completely emotional to where you're acting like a female, but men need to speak about the problems that they have emotionally. We cut it off. We cut the knob off and we leave it off. But you have to speak about that shit. Worry about your mental health. Worry about the stress. You know, take care of yourself. Quit bottling all that shit up, letting it destroy you. Women don't do that, but they want equality. So you have to take care of yourself, man. Like, you got to, because the world not, especially if you're a man, they expect you to just suck that shit up every day. Don't matter what it is. Suck it up. You a tough guy.
Do whatever you want. It's funny how you don't hear feminists complain about equality when they're getting more money in the divorce courts, or they get in the clubs for free, or they don't have to pay for their drinks or meals.
What is
facts? You know how many clubs I done seen? Oh, females in free before 12 with a free drink. And you like, damn, only thing I do is female for that. I gotta pay $50 to get in here though? Wow. Crazy, right?
It's carbon dioxide.
I went to high school, but that's carbon dioxide is a gas.
Okay.
I'm not a professional to talk about carbon dioxide so much.
We produce carbon dioxide when we breathe. We suck in oxygen. These young kids are fucked.
But
well, you want us to abolish it, right?
No, there's always going to be carbon dioxide.
Right. Let me back up, because I want to. I mean,
when they say they want to clear the carbon from the atmosphere, they're talking about us people. We produce carbon. We produce the most carbon. Like every time we breathe out. Like that's why people need to really know what the fuck they talking about.
You're here as an expert. Tell me more about what carbon dioxide is.
I'm here as an expert cross-country skier who sees the changes in my winters and the landscape that I live in Alaska. And so carbon dioxide is what I see it as is, you know, it's a gas that exists in our atmosphere. And
what, is it the major part of our atmosphere? Or?
It's a huge part of our atmosphere, yes.
It's actually a very small part of our atmosphere.
Gotcha.
Well, okay.
If you sleep on your side, I bet you hate your pillow. And the
you gotta know what the fuck you talking about, people.
be as fluffy as a cloud.
But, yeah, I don't know. What are you asking specifically?
Well, you said we need to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. I'd like to know first if you know what it is.
Whoever made this kid do this and labelled him an expert is absolutely foul. He's got no idea what the fuck's going on. It's embarrassing and it's a complete waste of time. People.
He's a Democrat witness though, so you know who made him an expert. because he likes to fucking ski and snow. I don't know what that has to do with the climate, but okay.
Tax money actually goes into this.
Brandon, there's all these issues, misgendering and so on. What do you make of the wider thing of Dylan Mulvaney, this cultural phenomenon now in America, basically sending up what it means to be a woman?
I think it's absolutely appalling to give credit and credence to a person who's mocking women. Dylan Mulvaney, I don't think is serious whatsoever. At a gay man who has a lust for fame, fortune, he walks around with a 5 o'clock shadow and dresses up in women's clothes and mocks women. I have never in my life seen a woman act like Dylan Mulvaney.
Did you watch the Barbie movie? What are you talking about? What?
You're talking about
who
a
are you
movie.
to
I'm talking
talk
about
about
people in
who
real
a
life.
woman is? You're
Real
a man.
life.
This dude referenced a fucking movie, and then talking about who is he to talk about what a woman is. He a man, bitch. Why you talking about it then? Like, why the fuck, yo? What?
This is
Well, who
absolute nonsense.
are you to talk about?
I'm not telling anyone who a woman is.
We're saying that we should get rid of sporting categories altogether. Do you support the idea of eliminating the Paralympics versus the Olympics?
I think that's a really great question, and I need to look into that.
That's very ablephobic.
Oh my God, this dude said he needs to look in it. So you want people with no legs playing against LeBron James? Yo, what the fuck, yo? Oh my God, people. Oh my God.
I have said a load of crap.
Well, so have you.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I understand physiology and sport.
Well, good for you.
You don't.
Good for you, but you don't understand loving a human being.
Now, I know I use the word donut a lot, but this guy truly defines it. He's got a hole in the middle of his head where his brain is supposed to be. There's nothing going on.
Conservatives are up in arms because at a space camp in Alabama, there is a transgender employee that works there. No, that's literally.
This dude is creeping me the fuck out. Not even gonna lie.
It. They are angry now just for trans people being employed.
That's not even remotely close, actually, to why people are pissed off. So no one actually cares if you're trans. Like, nobody cares. Conservatives are all up in arms because it is a male who identifies as a female who has overnight access to the female dormitories as well as the bathrooms and locker rooms where these...
That's because it's only fucking dudes that's trying to be women and be in women's spaces. Where the women that want to be men that want to come into these manly places? Or do they not want to come in because they know they have vaginas between their legs? Because I haven't really seen these trans men in spaces. Why is that? Seemed like some predator shit to me, if you ask me.
Little girls are changing, and that's an issue. Like, how are you just going to leave out critical information like that? Conservatives are up in arms because a grown man has access to where little girls are taking showers. Yeah, get your...
Yeah, we definitely up in arms in that. Why the fuck is a grown man in a fucking locker room with little girls while they showering? It's always some radical dyke bitch that feel like she knows everything about everything. You're dealing with a mental illness. How could you fucking clarify shit for anybody?
Facts, right, you freaking doofus.
If your family member came to you and lied about being black, would you care?
It would be a little concerning why they randomly started saying that.
Why would that be concerning? Would it be concerning because they're suffering clearly from something which is a delusion?
I mean, I'm not going to air that.
What do you mean you're not going to answer that? Why would it be concerning if one of your family members came to you and said that they were a black man if they were...
And that's a great answer. I mean, great questions that he asking. Like, this is how you just get people to own themselves.
White woman, why would that be concerning to you?
Again, I don't know why this is such a honed-in conversation. I really just, to be nice, I don't like saying a crazy opinion on this because
Yeah,
I think
I already know what your feelings are in the matter. I asked you a question.
I think race and gender are different.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Why would it be of concern to you?
Because they are not that race.
Right, they are not that thing. So you would think what? Why would them not being that thing be of concern to you?
That's a good question. I don't know why it would be concerning.
But then why did you just say you would be concerned by it?
I would be concerned because they are identifying as a race that they're not.
Right, so they're lying to you. That's what the concern is. You know that they're lying to you, so that would spring delusion inside of your brain. You would say they were delusional. There's no other reason you could possibly give for why that would be concerning, and if you can, I'd love to hear it.
But delusion and a lie is a little bit different, don't you think? A liar, a good liar is whatever, but someone who's actually delusional and is having a mental crisis is very different.
What do you consider it to be delusional if one of your family members, who was a white woman, came over to you and said that they were a black man?
Yeah, I think it's delusional at that point.
Yes, exactly. It's delusional because they're lying to you and telling you that there's something that they are not.
What
Why
if they
would the
believe
same
it?
thing not apply to sex? I'm so confused.
It's still delusional. Delusion is belief.
Because they like to pick and choose what type of shit it is, man. They clearly know that if a man walks up to them with a fucking beard saying that that woman is clearly something wrong and this person needs help. They don't need to be affirmed in their lunacy. They need help. They probably need a hug and somebody to sit down and talk to them and ask them what's going on. Ask them about shit that they probably never told anybody about. Did somebody molest them or touch them inappropriately when they were younger? What's going on? Let's go find these fucking people that did you wrong and lock their ass up for making you sick like this, making you mentally ill like this. Let's get you help. Let's actually show you that we care about you. But no, anybody who does that is fucking homophobic or anti-trans or whatever the fuck they call it. Even though you might be concerned for these people. Like, this shit is crazy, man. And they just create even worse generations coming up. Like, look at this woman. She like, yeah, this shit is all insane, but she got the blue hair though.
Believing your own lie. Yes. So it's still a lie. People argue gender is like a construct, right? Of
Yeah, but race is a construct from your worldview too.
race is a construct.
Yeah.
That's it, bitch.
If all the little shit.
And not only that though, but race is more fluid than gender. It's only two genders. And then once in a blue moon, you have somebody that's born abnormally with both parts, which shouldn't happen because it's not the norm. But like, race is more fluid. You can't look at like this chick right here. She might look white face value of her right here. Might look white. But if you dig into their DNA or something, they might not even be white. See, race is way more fluid. I have white cousins. Like I literally have white cousins. Like, but you would never know that by looking at us. You would be like, yeah, no way these fucking people are cousins. You can't look at somebody and tell their ethnicity or their culture, man. It's just not. No, like, you can't look at every white person and tell what their culture is. You got Irish, you got a whole bunch of different types of Caucasian. Because Irish people were treated just like blacks back in America, which a lot of people don't like to talk about. Irish people were treated as slaves and filth too. And hell, a lot of them probably deserve reparations. And as much as I hate to say it too, what I wouldn't say the Chinese so much because they pretty much get a lot of shit handed to them too as well. Like the anti-Asian hate bill where they got millions of dollars and shit like that. So they probably get compensated, but shit, Irish people were treated like shit too. They probably deserve reparations in America. Cause they had that boot on their neck too. But you know, everything in America is pick and choose. That's why I said they're not gonna bring all the issues to the table and debate it all. Ain't no fucking point. Cause it's just gonna be picking and choosing. That's what everybody likes to do. Love seeing them get owned though. About to say I gotta get ready to go to work soon. Probably check out one more thing. See what somebody got with this video. Check this out before I get ready to go to work. Definitely gonna start streaming more. Like I said, I've been trying to write a book, so I'm trying to have that book ready by the summertime. So I've been making so much content.
New York, New York. We have a brand. New York has a brand. And when people see it, it means something. You know, when we go there, it's not, Kansas doesn't have a brand. You know, when you go there, okay, you're from Kansas. No. Well, you know what?
What a disrespectful bald head bastard. And yes, I'm bald too, but fuck this guy.
But New York has a brand. It has a brand.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Social media videos are going viral where women are recounting men randomly punching them unprovoked. In just 2 weeks, the NYPD has confirmed at least 5 separate incidents. These are just reported incidents. Victims say they are suffering from concussions, bruises, and bumps. And equally traumatizing, their sense of safety has been shredded.
Walking on the street and hit by a stranger, victim Dulce Pichardo is speaking out.
As soon as I passed, he hit me very strong.
Did he say anything?
He doesn't say anything.
Pichardo says it was around 5 p.m. on Tuesday in Brooklyn on Grand Avenue between Dean Street and Atlantic Avenue. She was on her way home from work when it happened.
I was bleeding a lot. It hurts. I know something broken because I feel it.
She says she was left with a broken jaw. She lost some teeth and has suffered permanent nerve damage.
I want to change the psychology around crime in New York City because we are the safest.
You can't tell me this bitch is a real person. It's like she's an AI puppet that they just put out there. Like, no way this bitch is real.
Big city in America.
I highly doubt that.
She was in the hospital. Now she's recovering. Wires are clamping her mouth shut through the healing process, and she may need surgery, she says.
It's numb.
So it's numb, so I can move it. I can feel it.
Pichardo ran to her family restaurant and told her brother what happened.
I said, what happened, what happened? He told me, the guy, he hit me.
Fausto Pichardo says he went after the guy. In the meantime, someone called 911.
I said, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing.
They called 911. I would have called him too. After I was sitting on the ground with my fucking foot on his head, on his back or something. Ain't no fucking way I see a dude just punch a woman like that, minding her business and do nothing about it. I'm not no bitch ass beta male like these clowns walking around these days. They would have been handcuffing his ass on the ground when they pulled up, he would have been on the ground. I promise you. Ain't no way. Like, so many fucking beta male ass Democrats walking through New York. Ain't want nothing to be done about that.
So he denied it?
Yeah.
Police arrived and cuffed him. The NYPD says Franz Judy was arrested and charged for the assault. The 33-year-old pled not guilty, and he was released without bail. He will face a judge again in May in connection to the case.
She's alive, Brenda.
And when folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for.
They definitely fucking did. New York got what they asked for. It's a shame that the people that didn't ask for that shit have to suffer, though. Well, I gotta get ready to go to work, guys. I'm gonna start streaming on here more, especially while I'm writing this book, because I won't be able to put out content as much. But appreciate everybody for coming through the stream, checking me out, even though y'all ain't say much. But let's see. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be back streaming tomorrow. Hope everybody have a nice day, man. Nice, peaceful day. Take care of yourselves. We should be out of this Democrat hellhole pretty soon, come November. So, just take care of yourselves, man, and do right by people, do good by people, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all seen it like I seen it. I'm out.